What's going on? You told us to be quiet.
Just toast. I'm gonna think about it some.
FOTMs, do you know what time it is? It's toast time. Toast, featuring Stu Stone, Cam Gordon, and Toronto Mike.
What?
Never.
That's toast.
Don't deserve an intro.
I guess.
Toast.
I'll make a new one.
Yeah, I could make one too. Yeah, exactly. You could do one. You should write one.
I know,
yeah.
Toronto. VK on the beat. Check. I'm in Toronto, where you wanna get the city love. I'm from Toronto, where you wanna get the city love. I'm with Toronto, like we wanna get the city love. My city love me back for my city love.
Welcome to episode 1327 of Toronto Mic'd, proudly brought to you by Great Lakes Brewery, a fiercely independent craft brewery who believes in supporting communities, good times, and brewing amazing beer. Order online for free local home delivery in the GTA. Palma Pasta. Enjoy the taste of fresh, homemade Italian pasta and entrees from Palma Pasta in Mississauga and Oakville. Pumpkins After Dark. Use promo code TOMIC15 and save 15% this month at pumpkinsafterdark.com. That's Mike, like my name, M-I-K-E, not this thing I'm talking into, M-I-C. Recyclemyelectronics.ca. Committing to our planet's future means properly recycling our electronics of the past. The Advantaged Investor podcast from Raymond James Canada. Valuable perspective for Canadian investors who want to remain knowledgeable, informed, and focused on long-term success. And Redley Funeral Home, pillars of the community since 1921. Today, returning for this 20th episode of Toast, is Rob Preuss and Bob Willette. Welcome back, guys.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
Nice to see you. Happy Sunday night.
Happy Sunday night. 8 p.m. start,
Yeah.
as per Bob Willette's rider. And you're on time. Rob, you were well-timed as well. My two little ones were doing a pre-game show for the live.
See that on the chat, live chat. I see that.
live.torontomike.com. They did like Kermit the Frog impression.
Did they really?
Yeah.
It's going to be way more entertaining than anything we have.
And I actually have in my notes, welcome to the backyard, but we're not in the
Yeah.
backyard. So I really
It looks
did.
really good, though.
So
Yeah.
I really wanted to do this in the backyard.
It's not raining.
And I don't, it says, Environment Canada says 80% chance of rain from now till 11.
Yeah.
Is it really not raining?
No. There was a sprinkle on the gardener on the way over, and that's it.
Yeah, I went through a sprinkle as well, but I think it's crawling along.
You know what? I have 20% across the board here.
Okay, well, I'm going back to my source. Okay, so it's all about, I go to Environment Canada and I have a 24-hour thing, so I'm going there right now.
Yeah, well.
It says 80% likelihood of precipitation. From now until like 11 p.m.
You know how that actually works, though. It doesn't mean it's 80% going to rain. It means that within the area you're in, there is a 80% chance it could rain somewhere in there.
What is it, the Humble and Fred show? We're going to talk about weather the whole time?
Sorry, I'm just saying.
Listen, anyway, that's why we're not in the backyard.
Anyways,
but,
it's not going to rain. That's fine. The reason we were going to be in the backyard is because my house has been down with the plague.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's tuberculosis.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. The Black Death, whatever.
Okay, well, be more specific. Do you have COVID?
I do not.
Because you tested negative. Did you ever have symptoms?
Nothing. No. My last Friday, so not this past Friday, my 8-year-old tested positive. She had a cold. She was feeling bad. She had a bad night. We tested her just to be safe, and sure enough, she tested positive. Then Monday, my wife tested positive. Then Wednesday, my 13-year-old tested positive, and as of this week now, we're coming up on, it'll be well over like 10 days since he's been in the house. Yeah. I've continued to test negative every day.
Until this very night.
Well, it's the thing, right? This is why we were going to be outside.
Well, that was out of an abundance of caution.
That's right. An abundance of caution.
With the rain, I said, fuck it, we'll do it in the basement. I don't think I'm going to
because you've never had it, right, Rob? You said that. You avoided it. Knock on wood. Good for you. Wood. I feel fine.
Yeah.
It's
good. You look fine.
Thank you. I have avoided most social settings to ensure this, but you know what? The rules are so different now, too, compared to what it was. Yep. It goes back to your first symptoms, and and you can you can still actually be testing positive and go to work and school.
Of course.
But I'm doing neither. So
No.
I am not testing positive and I don't have any symptoms.
I'm comfortable with this decision.
Thank you
Yeah, I
very
am
much.
too.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it all.
Yeah.
Now, here, the score before I'm going to ask Rob for. He's got a gift for me, Rob, so I'm going
And I
to
got a
turn
gift
to
for you
him.
too,
He's
Rob.
gonna, and then he's going to give me a review of the Dave Thomas episode of Toronto
Okay.
Mic'd, which he finally listened to. But the
Yeah.
score is now 11-9. So Cam and Stu hosted 11 episodes of Toast, and you guys are at 9.
Gotcha. Is this our 9th or our 10th?
This is your
our
9th.
This is our ninth, okay.
So 20th overall.
Okay.
You guys are at 9. But not Bob, you're way up. But Rob,
Yeah.
that means you're at least 11 appearances on Toronto Mike because you did 2 on your own.
Yeah.
Okay.
Catching up.
Wow.
That's pretty good. The double digits. Okay.
Getting there.
This couple of quick notes. I did the Terry Fox run this morning, and a big thank you to everyone who pledged. Thank you. Don't sleep on the Bill Viggers episode. I really loved the Bill Viggers episode.
Oh, yeah.
He was in the van. The final tally for what we raised for the Terry Fox Foundation is $2,632.
Congratulations. Nice.
Which is, by the way, is the 4th most raised by individuals who ran at High Park.
Wow.
Nice. Good for you.
No, number
Congratulations.
4. And High Park, just for fun, in the entire country of Canada, the High Park Terry Fox run generated the 8th most.
Nice.
Oh, I got,
Amazing.
Yeah, and there's a couple of other Toronto locations higher, but the 8th in Canada, and then we're 4th overall amongst individuals. And I want to thank everybody. The target I set was 2,000, and we blew by it.
Nice.
And that's awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, what do you want to give me, man?
Okay. So I've every time I come to see you guys now for 9 episodes or however many, I always have this little stand.
9. I just said it. You forgot already?
Yeah.
And I wanted to give you guys these little stands.
Oh,
because
thank you.
What are these?
I'm spreading the word on how much I'm in love with these little
foldable
stands.
stands for your phone.
So look,
Okay, that's
this
a
is-
practical gift. I like it.
It's a practical gift.
It's beautiful.
My sister's the one that started using them, and
Yeah.
and then I got obsessed with them, and I bought one for my wife, and I've got an extra, and I bring it with me everywhere
Yeah.
because even at my gigs, I keep it on top
Whoa.
of my keyboard.
Yeah.
because it's like this, and it's.
Well, it's almost like what you would put in your dash for your, but on your desktop.
Come on, now you need to try it.
Yeah,
out
I'm going to right now.
because I feel like you're going to be a convert as well.
Oh, absolutely.
I like
Okay, so
spreading
I
the
don't
good
like.
news.
How do you do it?
So that side goes on the bottom.
like this?
Nope.
No, like
the
that.
bottom.
Right.
And then you turn it like
There you go.
this.
Okay. Everybody.
There we go.
And
Look
then-
at that. Here, look, I
Your
think
phone goes there.
It goes up and down.
you can do it up.
Yeah.
You can do it like
It's got a
you can do
boomy
it.
thing. You can
I'm
put it
digging
any
it.
which way.
Yeah, this is great.
But now
Thank
see,
you.
for referring to your phone at any place, then your hands
It's
are
right
for
there.
free,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You don't have
This
to.
man comes bearing gifts.
Yes, thank you so
Bob,
much.
you're not
It's made by
worthy.
this company
No,
called
not at all.
Mamicall, and I don't know who they are, but I ordered them on Amazon, and I'm just a huge fan of
Well,
them.
thank you so much.
We might try to get a
Very kind
sponsorship
of
for
you.
Toronto Mike.
There you go.
I
That's
love
very
it.
kind.
It
Thank you.
pairs nicely with those Moneris speakers. I was.
Right?
Those are good little speakers, man. They got
I
some
know.
good sound.
Well,
to
they're
them.
going to be back.
Oh,
Shout
yeah.
out to the cuddly one, Al Grego.
Box hands.
Listen,
Yeah, the box hands.
box hands.
Yeah, decent sound
Yep.
for such a little one. Like, good.
Okay, so I got notes. I want to ask you each about something.
Sure.
But
Okay.
Rob Preuss,
Yeah.
because you came in the door and you said, I finally listened to Dave Thomas.
Yes.
What are your thoughts
I
on that?
loved it. How long ago did you do that episode?
Well, it was in the best of, so it was sometime
Yeah.
between 1,000 and
yeah.
1,250.
Okay, that's right. I wasn't paying attention to the date.
Right.
But I had been so excited to finally listen to it. So when I drove up a few days ago, I put it.
Might have
on.
been a year ago.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
God, it was good. It was just overall entertaining, and I mean, he's just got a great, Canadian cultural history and the story to tell, anyways. But I thought you engaged with him so well, and just the story of his life and all the impressions. He's just like busts into those things
Bob
naturally,
Hope.
right? The Bob Hope impression, and even the Max von Sydow impression.
You know what? Looking back, it's like, did that really happen?
Yeah.
Like, did that happen?
Yeah, it's amazing when you have
he
those
was
moments in
wild.
your career. You're like, that's crazy. You must have so many of them, Rob. My God, I opened. I was I was in the studio with and all that.
Yeah.
Same
Oh, yeah.
thing. I get it. I'm very fortunate, and Mike is too.
And
Get
just
to do
crossing
these
these
things.
paths with people, right?
Yeah.
And you realize that they're all just like normal people.
Yeah.
But then you think about the things that you know them from before you knew them.
Yep.
And it's kind of freaky. Like, I love that.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Super cool. But yeah, congratulations on the Dave Thomas.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Note for Bob, but just before that, today I watched the Play the Record documentary.
Right.
Did you ever see that?
I haven't
Bob?
watched
haven't
it.
seen
No,
it.
I've
It's on
heard
Prime.
I've heard it's terrific.
It's on Prime right
Yeah.
now. So I watched the whole thing. It's called Drop the Needle.
Yeah.
If you're on Prime looking for it. Like, there's lots of FOTMs in this
sure.
thing. Plenty of them. DJ Ron Nelson, Maestro Fresh West, Danny-O, Mastermind, DJ starting from scratch, all these cats, whatever.
Yeah.
But there's a shot of this guy, DJ Grouch, whose real name is Oscar Betancourt. And I went to high school with this guy, and I bought a mixtape off him in grade 10.
Wow.
And I'm certain I kept some cassettes, and I'm certain I kept it. It's a customized mixtape that I paid him for in 1990. I'm going to dig it up.
Yeah,
I'm
for
going to
sure.
get Grouch on the show.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I guess I don't know. I'm not as cool as you guys. I didn't know DJ Grouch was a big fucking deal, but he's been at that since high school, so I know this guy.
There you go. And
How did you get the name Grouch?
He's a really nice guy.
That'll be my first question when Oscar Betancourt comes on Toronto Mike. So I did tweet at Rob Freeman, who I met like at a David Kynes Hollywood Suite event last week. I met Rob Freeman, who directed
that documentary.
Drop the Needle, and I met him because Retro Ontario introduced me to Rob, and then I was tweeting with him tonight, and he did a good job on this doc. So this is a big week of docs for me because I'm going to be at the Rivoli on Wednesday for the Lowest of the Low doc, Subversives, and then I'm at Roy Thompson Hall on Friday for the Much Music documentary, 299 Clean. Okay, and a note for Bob Willette. We're burning through some notes here, but I met somebody for the first time yesterday.
I saw that in person.
I should say that in person.
In person. Yeah, I had the fortune to introduce the two of you, I believe.
Yeah.
And the one Mary Jo Eustace.
First time in person.
Yeah,
I've never met her in person.
Wow.
She lives
She's
in
been
LA.
living in LA,
She hates Toronto, but she was in town to visit her parents.
Yeah.
And we met for like a Starbucks coffee in Yorkville.
Huh?
Had a great chat.
Yes.
And Bob, what I want to do is like a little Zoom or something with you, MJ, and I, and a fourth person who was at the station. Just a little chatter about what was Proud FM, like what it was supposed to be, where did it work, where did it maybe come short, and like what does it mean that all of a sudden there's no Proud FM? Like,
I know.
They just pulled the plug.
I was thinking about the beginning of the show when we do Toast, we often go through people who have died, and I was wondering if Proud FM would make the
Shout
list
out to Ridley Funeral
of
Home.
things that have died. And that station, which I ran for about 8 years or so, is gone, and
ran
it's
it into
gone
the
forever.
ground.
Well, no, thankfully it lasted quite a while after me.
I know,
it was it was a mere shadow of itself, but it was there, and the company decided to just shut her right down. No, I actually would like to do. I'm happy to do one with you, but I've been thinking about contacting a bunch of people and throwing together kind of like what you did with Martin Streak, like throwing together a compilation episode, which I've never done on my podcast.
Well, we could do
Bob's
a twofer,
Basement.
like record a bunch of us.
We could.
You
We could both
take
use it,
and
sure.
you could take it, and we can do our
Yeah,
things.
that's true. We could do that. Absolutely.
And it'd be like, you put your Bob spin on it, and I put my Toronto Mike
I think
spin on it.
that would be fun. I'd love to do that.
Okay, so because MJ is on board, I talked to her yesterday.
for sure. She'll slam that place, no problem.
She said she knew she was in trouble when she couldn't get the station in the parking lot. Like,
funny.
Yes, it was an issue. That was an issue. Should we have a beer? I'm thirsty.
So let's crack open the beer.
All right.
All right. Thank you to Great Lakes. I'm having the my usual, the Great Lakes Lager.
What's this? Tank 10.
Oh, okay. So
right.
you could have that or a pale ale.
I'm going to take the Tank 10 because I don't know what it is.
Let's put it on the mic. It's an IPA.
1, 2.
Thank you, Great Lakes. They're great people. They hosted TMLX 13. Bob, where were you that day? You weren't at TMLX.
That was the beginning of the pandemic in my house. It was right around that same time.
When you entered the Ronaverse?
Something like that. Yeah. Again. Yeah. We've had it. We've been through it. The funny thing is, though, when I've told the story. I think I told the story on this show. I know I've told the story, but when the whole thing started way back when in March of 19 was it or 20?
1920.
Yeah, 1920.
March
in March
13th, 2020.
That's
is the
right.
day we picked
so
up
I
the
was
kid.
in Cuba. And
you were?
we were in Cuba for the March break with the kids and family, and we came back, and it was like this whole thing. It was very, very nerve-wracking being down there, and we come back, and just by being out of the country, we had to isolate for 14 days, and then within those 14 days, I got a fever.
Did you?
Yes. So then I walked up from my house to East General Hospital, Michael Garron Hospital in East York, and it was like this scene out of a breakout movie where there was things were painted on the walls like arrows because they weren't ready for it. And they had not a word of a lie, like plywood all around, and everybody was in hazmat suits. And you go in, they tell you everything. They sit you down. You wait. Everybody's 40 feet away from each other, and you walk in. I remember when I finally went into the actual examination room. I shit you not, it was a solo chair with a red square around it with one light on it, and you sat there, and they came in all in. They're like, so we've looked at everything you've said. You do have a fever. You're a presumptive case. They didn't even test me. Yeah, and then I had to live in my basement away from my family. My wife was feeding me through the doggy
Did
door.
they even have tests back then?
I guess they did. I don't know, but I was told I was a presumptive
Early
case.
days, okay.
Yeah, 14 days in my basement. Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't it nice to recall those days?
Oh, yeah.
Just 3.5 years ago.
Do you have
ago.
nostalgia for the lockdown?
Yeah, remember those days?
That's called
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, right? Oh, man.
All right, nobody chose this jam, but I want to introduce now the topic and then
Right.
a couple more quick hits. But, I mean, I think we all, I don't know, I'm going to speak for myself, that I know this song best from Back to the Future.
Me too.
Yes.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
So
If
this
you
is
know
the,
if you know it from anything else, you're older.
well, do you know the band that's playing this version I'm playing right now, the hit?
The ink
The
spots?
Penguins.
Oh, well.
Penguins. Are they from Pittsburgh?
Oh, very nice. Look at you with the hockey joke.
When did you get funny? Okay.
Never.
When did you get into sports?
Stick to
Just a couple years
keyboard.
ago.
Oh, yeah? Nice.
It's only hockey for me.
Oh, he's
Just
got,
hockey?
he's got a relative in the NHL.
Yeah.
Is that where it happened?
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
I follow
Oh,
this.
nice.
Shout him out.
My nephew Nico Dawes plays for the New Jersey Devils.
Oh, amazing.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay.
Goalie.
He's wow, great, amazing.
Yeah.
That's a tough ride.
Yeah. He's with Utica. He's been down in New
Yeah.
Jersey a bunch of times, but
Yep.
he's in Utica. He's 22. So
He's 22, played in the AHL.
got drafted a couple years ago.
Wow,
Still in
amazing.
the AHL, yep.
So we're going to kick out Angel Jams. and do you
Angel
guys remember
Jams.
how this came about?
We were sitting here and
Yes.
we were talking about God jams.
Yeah.
And
Because I played Every Rose Has Its Thorns,
That's
the parody
right. Yes,
about
that's
God.
right, that was it. Yes.
And then we said we should kick out God Jams,
Yeah.
and then I think it morphed into
we got into something more
Angel
specific
Jams.
because we didn't want another Brendan Flowers situation.
That's right.
Well, you're a shit disturber on that one here. Okay, so congrats to Bob's Basement for the filter episode.
Oh, thank you.
What was the reaction to?
Good. You know, it was short. It was only 30 minutes. That's all I had with them. You know, dealing with publicists and whatnot. But it was very nice. I'm a fan. That band. Richard's got a really interesting past. I didn't
Richard
ask
Patrick.
about his brother. Yeah, Richard Patrick. And
So is that because you just didn't want to bug him about his brother?
More or less, yeah. Like I wanted to talk to him about, I only had 30 minutes, so I wanted to talk to him about the music. I really wanted to touch on his sobriety. I wanted to touch on how vocal he was about Scott Weiland's lack of sobriety from Stone Temple Pilots. I really wanted to get those things in, and I wanted to talk about what it's like to write a song like Take a Picture when all your other stuff is so heavy and hard.
Right.
Like, hey man, nice shot. I wanted to talk to him about remixes, working with the Crystal Method, doing Trip Like I Do, and ask him how. There's so many people that like when we were on doing the live dares with Martin Streak and DJ Dwight, we played all kinds of remixes of Filter.
Yeah.
And I asked him how he felt about that as an artist, and those are the kind of questions I like, because I try to angle it with change and everything.
Yeah.
So talking about his brother being a Hollywood guy, just if I had an hour, I would have.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well done there. And you, Rob Preuss, you
Yep.
played the Elma combo.
Yes.
Yeah,
How did
3
that
weeks
show
ago,
go?
It went very well. It was a lot of fun. It was cool to play there. It's a big glitzy place now.
Yes. Did you deal with Mike Shalhoub at all?
Nope.
No, he's like a manager there. He does he's like, I don't know what he does. He used to be on Proud FM, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's
Okay.
like a host there.
No,
and stuff.
there's people who run the place, like great sound and lighting guys, and we booked it through Michael Weckerly, who's
Of course,
right?
yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. It was a
Have you had Weck on? Have you had Weckerly on?
No,
No, he's been on my
haven't.
Has he? podcast. Oh yeah.
Oh, I got to go listen to that.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
nuts.
Yeah, but it was fun to play there.
Yeah.
It's
neat. It's not the old Elma combo at all.
And I
but
guess the funny thing is, like, if you play the Elmo combo now and you're like, I'm playing this classic place, it's not really
It's not
the
at
same.
all like it at all.
No, it's in
No.
the same building.
That's it.
And the sign is the same, but you come in and it's like literally the Las Vegas version of
Well, I was
the
going to
combo.
ask
Yeah.
you, because Kurt Swinghammer is
Yeah.
an FOTM,
Yeah.
and so he played with you?
Yeah, he came and did a couple songs with me. Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
so he
cool.
went on Facebook and kind of shit all over the Elmo for
Yeah.
taking
Oh, did
all
he?
the character out of the place.
Yeah.
Like he said, other than the logo,
Yeah.
the
No, it's
famous
completely
sign.
different. Yeah.
So is it like a history vibe now? Because I always
I've never been to history, but I've heard that it is like maybe a little bit more in that direction.
Yeah, like you don't go in there expecting the Rivoli
Yeah.
or the Phoenix,
You're right.
or don't go in there expecting
Sneaky D's?
or Sneaky
No.
D's. No,
The
nothing
Horseshoe?
like that. Or Dance Cave up above Sneaky D's there, or above Lee's,
But
not
it's a-
Lee's Palace. Like it's
Yeah.
not that. It's a newer venue. Like
Yeah.
if you go there knowing that, hey, they took this building, they kept the skeleton,
Yeah.
and you know what, it is what it is.
It is what it is, and I think it's
that's
a
it.
great space.
And actually, it's a great space
Yeah.
to see a show. It's just not the Elma combo.
No, but what's cool is I think going forward now, as long as it keeps running for years and years and years, it's going to
make
maintain
its own
that.
thing, yeah.
It'll get it again, but it's got a fantastic sound system. It's got a
Yeah.
fantastic lighting. Like the technically,
Yes.
it's magic. Like it's a
Yes.
dream place for a band to play. But it's not really the Elmo combo. I mean,
Not even close. What do we got going on here?
Okay, so Jane Siberry who's an FOTM now, she has a big jam called Calling All Angels,
yes.
and I did not choose it, but I thought I'd play it.
Feature it.
Yeah.
I thought I'd feature it off the top because it would be fun to play some Jane Siberry.
I liked your Jane episode too.
I did too.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little polarizing. Some people
know.
leave that episode not digging Jane.
I was going to send you a message about her because I spent an afternoon with her once.
Okay, well,
but
how did that go?
20 years ago in New York. It was good. Back in the old MySpace days, I sent her a message. Like, I don't remember how we got in touch.
Wow.
And I just like reached out to her and she wrote me back. And I said, well, I was in the Spoons, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I said, if you're ever in New York and you want to go meet for coffee or something, let me know. And she totally did.
Wow.
So we spent an afternoon this is when she was in her Issa phase.
Yeah, I think she's going back to Issa.
Is she?
She's hinting at it.
Issa come, Issa go.
Issa come.
Little high, little low.
I saw real quick, there's an actress named Issa, and then I thought or I just saw her in Barbie. I was so completely underwhelmed by Barbie, but I avoided all the hype about Barbie because people seem to be loving Barbie and it made $1 billion or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay. Maybe it was okay, nothing special. I was really underwhelmed by it.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
Well,
quite
that's not
as
a rave review. It was fine.
It was fine. I don't think it was. Look, I think it's not as progressive as people think it is. I don't think it's as good for.
It might be the opposite. I mean, if you really pay attention, some of those messages, the only way they have to get the guys to forget to vote or whatever.
Get the America Ferrera, her big speech there is really good.
Yeah.
But beyond that, it's reinforcing. It's making fun of, but it's reinforcing all the things that Barbie was, kind of.
Issa Rae is the actress.
Issa Rae,
who is
right.
in,
She's like a comedian or something.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
She had a big
That's right. I forgot she was in it.
HBO show.
Yeah.
For sure.
Calling All Angels.
So Jane and you
So we
had
hung out
coffee
for an
and-
afternoon. We
just
went to
talk.
an art museum and
Nice.
hung around. Yeah.
That's kind of a reality show waiting to happen. I think Rob and Jane hanging out. Did you drop any fun facts on her?
No, nothing. She was very quiet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, interesting. Okay. I'm all fascinated with everyone. Send in your Jane Siberry stories. Okay, anything else rocking and rolling? I'm thinking if you guys have anything else you want to share, now is the time.
Did we do deaths? Did we talk about
Who died since you last time?
Jimmy Buffett?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, I felt too young for Jimmy's. So
Jimmy Buffett didn't resonate with me, but everybody knows Margaritaville.
Yeah.
For sure.
Sure.
Everybody knows
For
that
sure.
song.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? Children know that song.
Anyone have? Because I was like, oh, that's sad to hear that.
I was sad because he's only 75.
Yeah.
He was young.
Yep.
He was young. That was like.
And Gary Wright died not long after that as well.
Oh,
And
really?
He was
we
a
all
hero
know
of
him from
mine.
Wayne's World.
Well, yeah.
Yes, pretty much.
I knew him from the radio when I was 11. I played Dreamweaver in a band when I was 11.
I bet you
10 or
did.
11,
Yeah.
yeah. Because it was all the synthesizers. I was
Does he have a
obsessed.
second hit?
Love is Alive.
Okay, see, I did not know that.
I mean, really,
Okay.
those were the two big ones
That's
off
it,
the
yeah.
first album.
Okay,
Yep.
because that's a great scene in Wayne's World. I really loved Wayne's World, so Wayne's
That was
World
huge.
better
Wayne's
than
World was
Barbie.
massive
Oh, yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
I have the Wayne's World book. It came with and when I can remember being 14 when it
Yeah.
came. Hilarious. Like
There's a
reading.
connection between Wayne's World and I mentioned the 299 Queen Street doc,
Yes.
but there's a connection because Wayne Campbell debuts on Christopher
right.
Ward's City Limits.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And now you know the rest is right. Okay, there's a question from Cam Brio on the live stream. Are you touring with Burlington Silverstein?
Me?
Well, this is what he said. Like, Cam, if this is some bullshit thing, don't waste my time.
Band Silverstein? No, he's not going to tour with
I'm
them.
just reading the questions here.
No.
Don't
They
waste
did
my
play
time.
when
you know
I-
what? I'm
when I-
banning him. Just like I banned Live Fumka as a judge.
No.
Cam Brio questions. have
When
been
I did
banned
the
from
gig in
Sunlight.
Burlington on Canada Day, they played as well because they're a Burlington band. And so we shared the stage, but not at the exact same
I
time.
don't even know Silverstein. Should I know Silverstein? I know Silver Chair.
Australian, not
Yeah.
from Burlington.
No. That's right.
Burlington's own. Okay. Anyone else die? I actually forgot to collect the deaths.
No, that's all right. That's
This is an Angels episode, so
Yeah.
it's going to be all about deaths. Okay.
Death is all around us.
Death is all around us. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to shout out a few partners, and we're going to get to the jams because people come here for the jams. You guys know that here. So, we've already given much love to Great Lakes Brewery because we're drinking fine craft beer from GLB. Palma Pasta, they're hosting us at TMLX 14. I don't know if you're in town, Rob Preuss.
Yeah, what's the date? December
9
Yeah.
at noon.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, if you're there, that's amazing. And I think Bob Willette should be there as well.
December 9th? I can try to make that happen.
Put that in the calendar.
Day of the week
okay?
is that?
It's a Saturday.
Okay.
December 9 at noon at Palma's Kitchen. That's one of their 4 locations, and they're just amazing. Shout out to Palma Pasta. Okay, recyclemyelectronics.ca is where you go to find out where you can drop off your old electronics, your old tech, because they have accredited recycling depots. You drop off your old electronics and it's properly recycled, and those chemicals don't end up in landfill. So shout out to recyclemyelectronics.ca. Raymond James Canada has a great podcast called The Advantaged Investor. And if you want valuable perspective and wish to remain knowledgeable, informed, and focused on long-term success, I strongly advise you to subscribe to The Advantaged Investor from Raymond James Canada. And of course, we shout out Ridley Funeral Home. Life's undertaking is what are you doing?
Well, because I was going to. No, I was going to say, are we saying R.I.P. to the Toronto Star and on Metroland, all those
It's not
things?
the Star, right? It's the
No, but the Star also has the Toronto Star has filed for bankruptcy protection.
Is it really?
Yeah, 80.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
They have the two arms there, right?
Hang on, Toronto Star.
I think it's Metroland papers
No, sir.
that have
Watch
filed.
in the news. Hang on
Bob's
here.
paying attention.
Toronto Star owner cutting 600 jobs
but
at
say, okay.
regional player. But
the owner owns just two things.
Yes.
The owner owns one of which is
Yes.
the Star, which is not filing, and then the one with the Metroland papers.
No, but still
Slippery slope.
That's my point. Yeah, this
see what
is
you're
the
saying.
beginning of the end.
I see what you're saying.
As a person
right.
who's working for a company who's trading at $1.11 right now, trust me, I know about a slippery
You're
slope.
reading between the
Oh
lines.
my God! Don't even get me started.
All right, I just want to get our facts right here on Toronto Mike. People come here for the facts, you know that. Okay. So, but the Metroland, I mean, the Etobicoke Guardian is our local, our local community
Burlington
paper.
papers are getting screwed as well. Like, it's just weird.
In the Mississauga,
Yeah,
what's the Mississauga? That was their only newspaper. It's gone.
The Mississauga Choo Choo or something? I don't know. I'm going to just make up names for all the
What is
cities.
the name of the
I don't
Mississauga?
know.
They have these contests, and I
No
stuffed the
idea.
ballot box for Palma Pasta to win best food place in
Oh, cool.
Mississauga. It's called. I'm gonna have a name for this in 2 seconds here. It's called. I've got no fucking. Anybody know what the fuck is this place
I have
called?
no idea.
Mississauga News. What a name!
This is the furthest west I come at all, so I don't go past here.
The Mississauga News.
I stop at the 427.
You're almost in Hamilton right now.
Yeah, except for me, I might as well be. Yeah, exactly.
Do you guys want to get to some jams?
Let's do it.
I don't remember anymore what order we're in, so I'm gonna play this jam, and then whoever's jam it is gonna talk about it.
Okay.
This is how we're rolling today.
Okay.
I'm really prepared.
Apparently.
All right,
Sunday
here-
night's bad night.
Also, I'm actually overheating. I'm gonna have to take off
You
my
gotta take
hoodie.
your sweater off,
I
yeah.
am so fucking hot.
Oh,
It's
yes,
hot
you
to
are.
have
A
a
shirt underneath that hoodie?
No, he doesn't. He's
I'll
just
go topless. I don't give a shit.
But I mean, if no wonder you're
tarps
hot.
off, boys.
Yeah.
Terps off. Here we go. All right, what song am I playing? You guys find out when I find out.
All right.
Okay, this is me.
Oh, you called it right away. Okay.
Name that tune and how many. I can tell you the title.
Don't tell me.
Well,
Is there an angel on the title?
Rob, can you name the title?
Not yet.
you name the band.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I almost chose this, and I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
Because you chose it. It's a massive song.
It is a massive song.
There's a lot of big angel jams, I want to say.
Yeah.
The big universe. Better than God jams.
The bass on these recordings is so good.
so good. Actually, could I get a little bit more volume in my headset, please? Like Jay-Z?
Where are you? You're right.
Turn it up. 1, 2.
That's me. Yep, thank you. There we go.
Worried about your hearing, Bob.
Oh, don't worry, so's my wife.
Pardon? You worked on Broadway and never got COVID, Rob.
Never did. Had to play Phantom of the Opera wearing a mask sometimes. It was weird.
So did the Phantom.
Yeah, I know. Well, he wore it all the time. Like every show he had a mask on.
Yeah.
We've gone a long time without saying anything.
I
That's
love
good.
it's such a good song.
It's so cool.
So this is Massive Attack. Angel. From Mezzanine came out in 98. That trip hop era was so cool, man.
That's a big
25 years
album,
ago.
too.
Yeah. Amazing. You know, like Portishead, Tricky.
Yep.
There's some unbelievable trip hop bands going on out there. And we were playing them at On the Edge.
Were you?
Yeah, on Edge 102. We looking at?
Somebody, I know. I was like reading your hat.
And, you're reading my hat.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a tragically hip hat.
You were looking at the stairs. Is Alan Cross coming down?
No, I don't know. Like, why are you looking behind me? Freaking me out,
I
man.
was looking at your hat.
Man, we're doing a whole show on
You know, if you wear a
angels.
fucking hat with words on it, people are going to want to read it.
I know, but we look like you're looking.
I know.
It's a tragedy hip hat. It's not a Massive Attack.
Angels.
Hat.
Angels.
So this comes out.
But did CFNY play Angel?
We did on the Live to Airs at the very beginning of the night. So the Live to Airs would be Friday nights from the Kingdom, 1400 Plains Road East in Burlington, and we would go from 9 until 10. There would be commercials still. And we would also do Club 102 Saturday nights from 410 Sherburne Street at the Phoenix Concert Theater.
Yep.
And there would still be commercials. And so I was the on-site producer.
Nice.
So I was playing all of the IDs over the songs that the DJ was playing.
Cool.
And then I was also turning Martin's mic off and on for just to air, not in the club.
Yeah.
So we would come back or exit with songs with long intros or extras. We looped sometimes.
This feels like something I would have heard at
great.
that time,
In the
right? For
between
sure.
9 and 10, this is perfect.
It's got that ambiance.
It's a great
atmosphere.
pre-drinking song, right?
Totally.
Obviously, Teardrop was the biggest hit off this album, but this was an unbelievable album.
Yeah.
There's a couple I've got. You would have known this. This was in Snatch, the movie. This is on the Snatch soundtrack. This was featured on.
Did you watch Snatch with closed captions or without?
I watched it in the theater, so there are no closed captionings on that.
So you missed half the movie.
No, I got it. No. It was also featured on West Wing.
Oh, cool.
And a bunch of different shows, and it's been licensed a bunch. It was in an Adidas commercial back in the day. What got me about this is when I found out who's the vocals.
I don't know who the vocals are. Do you know, Rob?
Nope.
Well, I do, and it's a guy by the name of Horace Andy. It's a reggae artist from Jamaica. This is a man's voice.
That name.
Yes. So, So first of all, also by the way, it also contains a sample from the Incredible Bongo Band. This song does, it's called the Last Bongo in Belgium, which I don't have. I didn't put that as my mind blow, but my mind blow is last summer. Luminato, who does some great programming here in Toronto for the Arts Festival, they did a whole bunch of 2 or 3 days of shows down at Woodbine Park, down the street from my house. I could walk there. Yep. And one of the days, Horace Andy played there.
Really?
Yes. He came in with a local, and I can't remember their name. They're so good. They're like a world-renowned, known Toronto-based reggae band.
Okay.
And I can't remember their name.
Satellites.
No, not the
Messenger.
Satellites. No, neither of those. But it's a bunch of really, really... they're all like session guys.
Yeah.
And they play along, and Horace comes in and he plays with them. And a bunch of these guys, the dance hall guys, they all come in with
and
no
he's
band.
singing this on this.
And he sings this. So here, the Mind Blow is one of Horace Andy's biggest reggae hits. And it's the same guy who does that. That's not pitched up.
Okay, when you say but you didn't send me anything to play.
Yes, I did.
How did you send it though?
In that first email, I said, "Here's my Mind Blow."
But there's no link. Like I took all. Okay. Well, hold on. I'm going to find it on YouTube.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds.
No, because you said you literally emailed me back and said, now you're getting the mind blows. I am positive I sent it to you.
All right. Okay.
I remember Horace Andy's name from.
So if you're on the live stream, you might not.
Too.
I have it here.
We have to edit this.
No.
There you go.
Oh.
Okay.
And that's an Angel song too.
You are my angel. Find out the name of that Toronto reggae band.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I didn't send you links. I apologize.
So I got lost because there were no links. So
I figured you could figure it out.
I know, but I thought you might just be verbally saying these fun facts.
No, I wanted to hear this.
All right, we're gonna be fine. All right, good. So Horace Andy.
Yes, this is the same vocals. And
it's a mind blow. It's a good one. I don't know if Jane Siberry would like it, but I appreciate it. So Okay, yeah, and I'm reading the comments and talking about how this person wrote, I never knew Angel was a cover.
Yes.
By the original singer, but a cover nonetheless.
Yes.
Mind blowing.
It says in the comments, or did you say that?
No, Gavin Hewitt in the comments.
very good.
3 years ago, his mind was blown by this. Okay, amazing.
I apologize. I didn't send links.
This is
Okay,
good though,
we're
because
gonna
now I
figure
want
it
to
out.
know more about Horace Andy. Like,
Horace Andy's amazing.
yeah.
He was so good.
Well, I'm just reading that he's
Okay.
done work with Adrian Sherwood as well, like good remixes and stuff. Which I
Unbelievable.
love.
Yeah. So it's amazing that this man, and he's now in his 70s, he still has this high pitched voice.
That's cool.
It's amazing. So there you go. That's our first Angel track. Angel, Massive Attack. I apologize for not sending you the links. And then
Angel.
And a bonus Angel track. You Are My Angel. Horace Andy. Yeah.
Amazing.
You know what? I might have actually loaded up the fun facts, and I just couldn't see it in my blog. So this is the same song, right? Okay, so I actually did.
You did have it. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so you did.
I'm apologizing. I'm off my game today.
You're
My
a
goodness
little off
gracious.
today.
Am
You
I-
all right?
Rob, do you think
do
I'm
you need
off
like
my
a
game?
shoulder rub or something?
It's
or?
because you did
the run this morning.
Yeah.
I'm tired, baby. I'm a little punchy here.
Sunday night.
Okay. By the way, let's tell the world, Rob, and then Bob. I want to comment on your T-shirts real quick here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So, Rob, you're wearing a hoodie, the Hilarious House of Frightenstein.
Yeah.
I feel like you've worn that here
I
before.
probably have.
Yeah.
It's
a great hoodie.
standard.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I'm getting a little chilly and I need one hoodie to bring with me, I'm like,
Oh, it's very good.
Frightenstein. And what do you got there, Bob? What are you sporting
I'm
today?
wearing
So I want to talk to Bob about this. Bob, you and Blind Derek are the two biggest Argos fans I know. Any truth to the rumor that you might start a Toronto Argonaut podcast?
Well, it's funny. My cousin said to me the other day, because I'm not doing any on air on radio right now. It's there's a lot going on, and I have the podcast, which I still love doing. But he said, "Why don't you do an Argo podcast?" Because I do love the Argos. I had seasons tickets when I was 15 years old with my own money, and I've always loved the team. I'll admit it's gone in ebbs and flows, but generally speaking, and I've posted about it just the other day. I was like, they're a team that I can always count on, even when they're in the dumps. I can go and have a good time, an affordable good time.
Yep.
So this is my classic. This was I can't remember the name of the company that put this one out. It's just a straight ahead Argos shirt. Just
nice.
It's very simple. It just says Argos, and it's black with the logo on it. No logo. Just the
just
a simple
white,
letters.
white
Yeah.
print on black
Yeah.
T-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, and the Argos are having a great year.
11-1. They have never in their 150 years of existence.
150.
They have been around for 150 years, if you include rugby.
Okay.
Yep, they're going all the way back from the rowing club that played rugby. They're out there as of November. They'll be 150 years old. They have never been 11-1 in any season, so it's remarkable. They're so much fun to watch.
Wow.
Even if they lose, I've said this the last few times in my lifetime. They're the most successful Toronto's franchise when it comes to wins and losses by far in my lifetime.
Wow.
And I've only seen them lose the Grey Cup once. In '87 they lost. They won in '83. I think they lost in '82, but I wasn't really old enough to remember that. And then since then they've won like 6 or 7 or something.
Wow.
And they're just fun, man. They're just
amazing.
fun to watch.
Rob, any interest in football?
They play football, right? It's a football.
That
team.
is football,
Yeah, no,
yes.
I only watch hockey. Although when I come and stay at my sister's place, my brother-in-law watches every sport that's available. Like he was
one of
watching
those
rugby.
guys?
Yeah, but like
Oh, rugby! There's a huge rugby tournament going on
I was
right now.
watching that yesterday. It was
It's
amazing.
fun.
It was
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. My best friend, my best friend Jose, he's a rugby guy.
Okay.
And he played a lot. He refereed. He's done a whole bunch. He'll watch. It's a great sport.
I was experimenting with ChatGPT yesterday, trying to come up with a sport that combines hockey and rugby together. And I should read you some of we were talking about all that.
ChatGPT.
Yeah,
That's
it's helping me come up with a new sport.
Oh, I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
So I
It's
mentioned-
good use of your time.
This Drop the Needle documentary, and this was another similar to the CFNY doc, which is still in production.
Yes.
It'll come out next year. But another doc that was desperately searching for Chris Shepard to participate.
Right.
Because Shep was buying a lot of his albums that played a record, and they have old footage of Shepard in this thing, and you can tell he's like missing in action.
Yeah.
I know the guys from the CFNY doc are looking for him. I've been looking for him.
Yep.
It's kind of interesting that
Should make
we
a
can't find
documentary
this.
about finding Chris Shepard.
Searching for
Yeah,
Shep.
well, that's the
for
natural
Shep.
because there's a lot of people right now.
Bags of skill, baby. Bags of
But
skill.
is he hiding in plain sight? Has he just decided he wants to be off the grid?
Yeah.
Is he okay? Like, it's kind of a bunch of interesting questions because he's really disappeared.
Yeah.
off the grid.
Off the grid. Okay.
You want it to be done by 10, and we've only done one song.
No, well,
so.
we're
doing
going,
good,
going there
though.
now.
Are we doing good now?
we're
Are
doing
We're
we?
doing well. Okay, you ready, Rob Preuss?
I'm ready.
Shout out to Dana Levinson on a Sunday night.
Ooh, hit the post, too. good one. I forgot about this.
Get right in my head.
Really?
This takes me back, man.
Forgot about this one.
So this is Madonna.
Yeah.
This
What
is
album?
Like a Virgin.
Yeah.
This was the third
I was
single
going
on
to
the
say like
album.
third or fourth single has to be.
It was a top 5 still around the world. And apparently originally she wanted it to be the first single. And then she finished Like a Virgin and she finished the song Like a Virgin.
Yeah.
She's like, hang on, this is going to be the first single. So, but it's a great song. Co-written, Madonna and Stephen Bray wrote it, which they co-wrote a bunch of the songs on the
I
album.
love this album, Like a Virgin. I had the cassette and I fucking loved it.
Produced by Nile Rodgers, my friend Nile. He
Wow.
did this right after we did Talk Back in Romantic Traffic.
Amazing.
So a lot of the musicians on this song were like our dudes, like the
your
background
your
vocals.
session guys?
Yeah, the guys singing on this record with Madonna sang on Romantic Traffic.
That's
as well, which is
amazing.
cool, yeah.
Isn't it amazing as the radio guy here? Like, isn't it shitty that my industry has just forgotten about this song? Like, you don't hear
It's a
this on the
song.
radio.
I know.
Okay, so Boom's not
I've never
playing?
look. Hey, look.
I don't know.
Wayne Webster
What
is
do I
the
know?
greatest music director.
He's an FOTM.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
But I would imagine that I feel like this has slipped through the cracks.
They need to go to
Because-
the
No, right,
second
'cause they're
level
gonna
of
play
hits.
Like a Virgin.
Yeah.
They play like a virgin. What was
Or
the other? And Crazy for You.
Yeah.
No,
Was it
the one,
Can
the
I Dress You
Diamonds
Up?
one, the
Oh,
Marilyn
Dress You Up in
Monroe.
My Love,
No.
Material Girl.
Material Girl.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll play from that era.
Yep.
But this never made. And they'll play Cherish from the later albums
Yep.
and
Yep.
Express Yourself.
Like
Like
a Prayer.
all that stuff. But
Yep.
this is a great song.
I know.
That Boom. Nobody plays this.
No.
This, I'm gonna
That's
go put
why-
this in my
It's like
playlist.
Right there, like
why
get into
I
the
brought it.
groove and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
but
This doesn't
what a
get
pop
in there.
star Madonna was. Like, and I
Yeah,
know
my-
she's
do you
still
think?
at it, but
Yeah.
Just unbelievable.
Yeah, but it's a
Wow.
great song. It's a nice,
It is.
simple pop song,
No, it's so
and
good.
it's an angel.
Good job, Mr.
and there's no dispute. Like, I don't have anything to get angry
No, nobody-
about.
no,
I'm
no.
ready to go off, so I'm hoping one of you fucks up on this.
Oh, I will. My last one will probably make you angry.
Oh boy,
Oh yeah. Okay. Any fun facts or mind blows?
nothing too good. No,
Well, how about Mind Blows? The guys who are singing in the background
that's
sang
true.
on your
Yeah,
ex.
that's true. That's true.
a fucking
That's
mind
true.
blow.
Okay.
Can you name those people?
The Sims brothers. Yeah, they're two brothers.
There you go.
I forget Frank and George Sims, I believe. Yeah.
Because
That's great.
when I told Bob you're getting the hang of it, this is your pep talk here.
Yeah.
This is your 9th appearance on Toast. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the song, it's a good song. It satisfies the requirement.
Yeah,
but, and that is a mind blow unto
Yeah.
itself, right? But you got to bring something.
Something extra special.
Well, I think I told you. I don't know if we had the conversation on or off the air about the mind blows last
yeah.
time, but I was like, for me, if it's on Wikipedia, it's not a mind blow.
That's
Anybody
true.
can see it.
Right,
But
you're
that
right.
being said, maybe
Well, that's not fair. That's not fair. You can have mind blows that are on
'cause-
Wikipedia.
No, I understand because that's how Stu Stone prepares for everything. It's just Wikipedia when Stu's on. Yeah, I know. I'm
but there's
taking
an
shots at
extra-
Stu.
extra level
Am I
of mind
wrong?
blow.
Am I wrong? I've loved
So
Stu.
can I tell you the famous mind blow that Jane Siberry was unimpressed by?
Yes.
That was something I discovered on my own, not on Wikipedia.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally, the way I discovered it, and the name matched, and I did some homework. And found out
She
things.
misunderstood your mind blow, I think.
She thought, well, tell me how she misunderstood. I said she didn't understand what most decorated Olympian was.
I don't think that's the part that she wasn't impressed by.
Okay,
She wasn't
tell me.
impressed by the connection you were making between her and her career and this Olympian swimmer. Is it a swimmer?
Penny Oleksiak,
Yeah.
yes.
Who lives in my neighborhood.
And her
And
family.
it
She
is
just
the
moved
most
to LA.
fucking decorated Canadian fucking Olympian of all time.
But to me, the mind blow connection, which you presented and it sort of went over her head to me somehow, was that it's just the world is a cool small place and things intersect with each other, and like that's what the mind blow
like
is.
the
to
guy
me.
who directed.
Yeah.
Let's face it. I think that's her most famous song.
Yeah.
Like I know there's a debate to be had. I think "Meet Me on the Beach" is like the signature song of.
It was
Jane
her
Siberry.
introduction to the world,
Right.
For
And
sure.
the director of her video
Yeah.
many years later would
Yeah.
father a young girl, a woman named Penny Oleksiak,
Yeah.
who would go on to win more medals than
Yeah.
any other Canadian in the history of the Olympic
That's a
Games.
cool fact.
I think it's cool.
It's a fucking amazing fact, Ron. You kidding me? It's a fucking cool
It is.
fact.
I know.
All right, I'm going to get the
right.
big jam out of the way.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh,
And-
yeah. Are we
and
gonna
one
cry?
of you-
Are we gonna cry?
No, well, you can cry if you want to. But one of you actually also wanted this, but I had it first, and that's going to lead to a
Oh.
bonus fun fact.
Not me. He didn't shut any of mine out.
Right. That's good process of elimination.
Well,
Deductive
you haven't
logic
shut
there.
any of mine out yet. So.
No, because I know, because usually we both pick like Pearl Jam songs. Or
Well, no,
whatever.
I know not to pick 90s if I'm doing anything with you. you.
Well, I leave them for you, so nobody picks 90s
nice,
anymore.
nice.
I leave them for you. Okay, but this is a
Here we
big.
go.
To me, this is the Angel Jam,
Yeah.
and there's so many fun facts blowing off of this one. But let's get to the song, one of the first pop songs that was like I was immersed in as a young boy. Let's get to it.
There'll be no strings to bind your hands, not if my love can bind your heart.
Maybe you'll sing the chorus with me. Let's see what mood you're in.
Maybe if I do this.
That's right.
Take a stand, for it was I who chose to start.
Bob already on beer number 2. I'm gonna have to go back to the fridge and get more for
No,
this
it's
young
fine,
man.
it's fine.
I see no need to take me home.
No juice for you, Bob. No juice for
I'm
you.
old enough to face the dawn.
You guys ready?
Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me, baby. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Then slowly turn away.
Okay, no juice for you because this is all the juice you need today. Juice Newton. Does Juice Newton have another hit?
Queen of Hearts.
Of course.
Oh,
Of
right.
course.
Playing
Big
with the
fucking
Queen
jam.
of Hearts. I know it ain't really smart.
That was a
Right.
big
That
jam
was a good
too.
song,
Yeah.
too.
Okay, so it's not going to be a mind blow to anybody. I want to shout out Leslie though on the live stream who says this is her favorite. Her number 1 Angel Jam is "Angel of the Morning" by Juice Newton. So I'm playing the version that I grew up with because
Sure.
this was the
Yep.
big hit when I was a kid.
Yep.
Obviously not a mind blow to tell you this is a cover. This was a song written by Chip Taylor. That's a fuck. You think that's his real name?
great name.
Chip Taylor.
Who is he really?
Imagine having Chip on your birth certificate.
Imagine a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Hey now. Okay. The first version was recorded by Evie Sands.
Yeah.
Okay, not the first hit, but the first version.
Yeah.
So let's go listen to a little bit, although I feel bad taking down Juice Newton, but this is the very first recording of Angel of the Morning
Nice.
by Evie Sands.
Totally different production.
There's that little drum that sings.
Was she off key there? Or is that just me?
Maybe that's why it wasn't a hit.
Maybe.
Not a hit, everybody.
And there's no need to take a stand.
It's the background vocal.
I chose to start. I see no need to take me home. I'm old enough to face the dawn.
I believe we're in 1967, by the way.
Just call me angel of the morning.
Still beautiful.
Sounds very 60s, like 60s. It makes sense.
So 67, this is the version by Evie Sands. Not a hit.
This version gives me more of a just like a Jim Steinman vibe too. A little like a Meatloaf kind of a song.
yeah, I
But
got
Jim was inspired by all that kind of music
Yeah, yeah.
anyways, right?
Well, the next year, 1968, this song is finally a hit
Yeah.
when Marilee Rush sings it. And this is Marilee Rush.
Where's the horns come in? That's different. Like a trombone. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a trombone, right, Rob? You're the
I would
musician
say it's
here.
a trombone. Or a nice French horn.
I was going to say maybe French horn.
Bind your hands, not if my love can bind
It's got like a bird's vibe to it.
and there's no need to take
With the harmonies.
Yeah, the harmonies. That's
Little
what-
Everly Brothers,
Yeah,
too.
Everly Brothers. Yeah, that's what it's,
to start.
It's beautiful.
it's nice. It's a beautiful song,
Yeah.
right? It really is a beautiful song.
I see no reason to take me home.
A little violin too.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to face the dawn.
We have to let Marilee get to
Yeah,
the
let's do it.
chorus here.
Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave
Brothers.
Yeah. This makes me wish the Carpenters did this.
Yeah.
So the Evie Sands version, not a hit, but it was a limited single release with no promotion.
Well,
So that's
Welcome to most radio hits today. No promotion.
Right. And then in 1968, Mary Lee Rush records it, and you've got this hit.
Yeah.
What else do I have in my bag of tricks here? Oh, just for fun. I mean, this has been covered by a million artists, but I just thought it'd be fun to hear this version.
very Phil Spector too, right?
Yeah, very Phil Spector. Yeah.
This sounds like it should be on a Quentin Tarantino soundtrack.
That's right.
There'll be no strings to bind your hands, not if my love can bind your heart.
Name that artist.
Is it Linda Ronstadt? No.
And there's no need to take a stand.
You'll get it when you get it.
was I who chose
Rob, if you know it, you can belt it out.
Really? It's the Pretenders.
Yes.
It's Chrissy Hynde.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah, now you hear it, right?
I got it.
Yeah.
I see no reason to take me home.
There you go. That's-
Yeah, right there, yeah.
I am old enough to face the dawn. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me, oh baby. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Then slowly turn away.
It's beautiful.
I might do a couple of hours on Angels.
Just, yeah.
Just one more here. One more.
It's amazing.
There's a lot of covers of this
Is
song.
this like Ray Conniff or somebody?
And no, good guess. I did not pull like there's a big hit by not a big hit, but a hit by Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah.
She covers this.
Yeah.
There's a bunch.
This is
P.P.
beautiful.
Arnold, Connie Eaton,
Wow.
Dusty Springfield. That you
I'm
could
sure,
have.
yeah, that would make sense.
Wow.
Mary Mason, who I don't even know who the hell that is. Guys and Dolls. So this is attributed to Percy Faith.
Oh, this is
Percy Faith.
Okay, I love Percy Faith too. I knew he was one of those easy listening dudes.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like there needs to be like spinning.
Yeah, this is angelic on its
Yeah.
own, right?
But hearing all these other versions makes me appreciate Juice Newton's version.
Yeah.
Like, that's the
Yeah.
fucking killer version here. But there is the kids today. I don't know if they're kids anymore, but
Oh, yeah, that's Shaggy and some vocalist nobody knows.
Yeah.
We should do some sort of
And the bass line is
Sounds like
Steve
a-
Miller, Space Cowboy.
yes. No, I was thinking we should do some sort of reggae.
Girl, you're my angel. You're my darling angel. Closer than my peeps, you are.
Chum FM played the shit out of this. They probably still do, actually.
You're my darling.
Like that Big Yellow Taxi, that Abomination by Vanessa Carlton and
my God.
the fucking Counting Crows.
right.
Piece of
Ravon,
garbage.
by the way, is the singer.
Love me some Shaggy. I do, actually.
Looking back shorty, always a mention. Say me not giving her much attention. She was there.
So there you go. You might know it from
There you go.
Angel
That
of the
voice is a little, what's his name from Lord of the Rings?
Gollum.
Yeah,
A little
It's
back in the
there's
throat.
a little Gollum up in the,
Yeah,
it's a
a little
little,
bit,
yeah.
For sure. By the way, the Juice Newton version went to number 4
Wow.
on the Billboard Hot 100. That's a big hit, but it was in 81, I guess.
Yeah.
What am I in 81? Whatever I am, 6, 7 years old.
Young.
7 years old, I guess. Man, it seemed to be everywhere. This was the big jam.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it was huge. My mom loved. See, Juice Newton, I think, had a country crossover of
Yeah,
it,
for
right?
sure,
For
100%.
sure. Because
Yeah.
I probably still somewhere in my house
Yeah.
have Queen of Hearts.
For sure.
Playing with the Queen of Hearts. No, it ain't. Listen, Joker's the only fool. I had that song. I know that better than I know Angel in the Morning.
Well, they were both big radio hits. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
CFGM 1320 here in
Yeah.
Toronto,
Wow.
or 1430 would have been playing that.
Yeah.
I'm now looking at the jams we're yet to play. There's some big fucking jams coming up.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Big songs.
You came out with a big hit here right to begin
I was
with.
gonna close with this, but I'm like,
Are you going to do the mind blow about this song that I suggested
oh
to you?
yeah, okay, right.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that. Give me a moment
Okay.
to.
You don't have to play the song because I can explain it.
Yeah, that's what it.
Well, if I have it, I'm gonna play it. Let me just.
And then I'll show you the cross where those.
Listen to Shaggy for a minute.
Okay.
If we have to.
Gollum. It's Gollum, right? Picture him on the rock. Precious.
Girl is right on my behavior.
Totally Gollum.
Way back in the
Yeah.
throat, eh?
Jim Henson would approve of this.
Very Grover, Yoda.
Yeah. It's a little.
Call up is one big party when you're still young. And who's gonna have your back when it's all done? It's all good when you live it up, pure fun. Can't be a fool, son. What about the long run? Looking back, Shawty always a mention. Say me not giving her much attention. She was there through my incarceration. I wanna show the nation my appreciation.
Girl, you're my angel, you're my darling.
Come on now.
Chord progression? Something? What are we listening for?
The composer.
Oh,
Same dude.
from the Trogs?
Well, he wasn't in the Trogs.
He wasn't in the Trogs. He wrote this up?
He wrote the song. Chip Taylor, yeah.
Oh, this is Chip Taylor?
Yeah.
Oh.
Also,
Wild Thing.
Chip Taylor, brother of John Voight.
Wow, so Angelina Jolie's uncle.
Yeah.
The guy
Wow, now
who
that's a bright mind.
Come on now.
chewed the pencil in Seinfeld.
Yeah.
How come you just toss that out like it was nothing?
I
That's
think I love you.
a good voice you got.
Yeah, it was really good.
Okay, so the fun fact is that the guy Chip
That's a
Taylor
mind
also wrote this hit for the Trogs.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wild Thing.
Yeah. And they're the same song. To me, if you go back to the beginning of this, I'll sing you Angel of the Morning, you'll see what the deal is. He
You
wrote
could
this.
do a mashup. We could do a mashup.
Right.
Here it comes, ready?
Okay, so wait. First, okay, hold on here. So this is Juice Newton.
Oh, yeah. But you
Yeah,
gotta play
there's
that.
a long build-up.
Yeah.
isn't there?
Yeah, wait before.
It works better with Wild Thing.
All right, you're the boss. Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, okay, here it goes. Just call me Angel of the Morning, baby.
Baby. It's just, yeah.
It's the 1-4-5. It's all the songs, all the greatest hits of the pop era are written with those chords.
Yeah.
But really, for him to like have two great hits,
Wow,
that's what you do.
amazing.
That's the magic of pop songwriting.
You can do all of it, yeah. That's really cool.
Just
All
call
right,
me
now
Wild
we're ready to
Thing.
go. Now we're cooking. You want to hear a big fucking jam? Here's one.
I'm in love. Yeah, I don't know if I can face that. I'm in tears, and the crying that I do is for you. I want your love. Let's break the walls between us. Don't make it tough. I'll put away my pride. What does he love? I've suffered and I've seen the light. Baby, you're my angel. Come and save me tonight.
There you go. There's a power ballad.
Totally.
Fucking sounds great, Bob.
Sure does.
So that's the first song that came to.
that was your
Oh,
first?
first,
Yeah.
right away. Angel, 1987.
Yeah.
Aerosmith, Permanent Vacation is the
Yeah.
album.
Right.
And so it's interesting. You know, you forget. So they had in '84, they have the Walk This Way with Run DMC. They kind of come back. They hadn't had a lot going on.
Yep.
And they did in '85. They did an album called Done with Mirrors
with our producer Ted Templeman. Yep.
But did nothing. Not a goddamn hit on there. You can't find a hit on that.
And I heard
album.
it was a low point for the band as well, right?
And they were trying to be sober and like Done with Mirrors. Obviously, they don't mean looking at them. They're talking about snorting off of them. And Permanent Vacation comes out, and the first single off Permanent Vacation was Garbage 2. It was a song called Hangman Jury.
Ooh, I don't remember
Is that the first single?
That was the first
Dude
single.
Looks Like a Lady.
Dude Looks Like a Lady was the second single.
That's a fun fact.
Yeah, there you go. The second single is Dude Looks Like a Lady, and they blow up again. It's like Aerosmith is back.
That was huge.
Yep. And they and that off that, and of course, then Angel was the next single. Like, look at the way this was like. So the album comes out August 18th, '87. They release Hangman Jury. Nothing.
Right.
Then in September, so quickly, within a month, they released Dude Looks Like a Lady.
Yeah.
And the video was
Wow.
huge, right? Like, remember MTV, Much Music, 87, you know.
Yeah.
Rob, you were there.
Yeah.
Like, it was amazing. And then Angel comes out in January. They ride that from September to January.
January 88.
88.
Amazing. Wow.
January 88,
Yeah.
Angel comes out. And then Ragdoll in May.
Ragdoll, great jam too.
Such a good album.
Ragdoll comes out. Oh, it's a great album.
movie?
And,
But wait. So Hangman Jury,
yes.
which I don't even can.
I don't even know it.
No.
I don't know it. It was
But-
the first single.
Yeah.
Rob, you're the only guy here
Yeah.
who's released an album. Like, who makes the call on the singles that get released? Like,
Well, it's pretty. I mean,
they had
it's
three big singles
Yeah.
after that bullshit first
But
single.
you know, like I was saying with Madonna with Angel, she originally thought that was going to be the first single
yeah,
off
but at
the
least
album.
that's a great fucking pop
That
song.
is a great song, yeah.
But smart for her to realize as time went on, as they made more songs, she's like, let's
Yeah.
hold it back and let's bring this one instead.
I mean, we should.
Still a hit,
I
though.
should have had Hangman Jury
Yeah.
queued up, but I have something else
I'll find
queued
it.
up.
Okay, yes, I know.
First, because this was, this I don't know how early on in their career, but they started working with like professional songwriters.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys who, and they worked with this guy
Desmond Child?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly.
Did he
who.
co-write this one?
He co-wrote
Oh,
this.
okay.
So Desmond Child has co-written. Here,
Oh,
let's give you.
tons.
Oh my gosh. So and I picked one that I thought just because it shows how like he's worked with Kiss, he's
Yep.
worked with Cher,
Oh, yeah.
Bonnie Tyler,
No, he's a fantastic
Bon
songwriter.
Jovi. But the one that I picked is also from around the same time, a little bit later. He did. He also did. He co-wrote I just saw Alice Cooper last week.
Oh, yeah.
He co-wrote Alice Cooper Poison. Like he did that whole album with Alice Cooper.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Also featured in
Trash.
Wayne's World.
Trash is that album.
Yeah, but the one that I picked is from a pop artist that I thought, because just to show like what the influence of a writer can do. So this is the mind blow. This guy also co-wrote this song. Whenever you're, well, we can finish out Angel if you want, but.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Huge song.
But those kind of songwriters would work with rock bands because it brought that level of
Yeah, but
songwriting.
this is more of a Jim Steinman style,
Yeah,
isn't it? Like
yeah, yeah.
The production is,
But compositionally, Desmond Child was the shit at the time. Like, he wrote so much. He was like Diane Warren. You know Diane Warren
Of
as
course,
well, right?
yeah.
Gave Aerosmith their biggest hit.
Yeah, same kind of thing.
I don't want to miss a thing. Which, by the way, Angel was their biggest hit
Until
I don't want to miss a thing.
the ballads are the
98,
hits. The ballads are the hits.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Michael Bolton, say what you want about him.
I celebrate the man's entire catalog.
I actually, you know what? It's great pop music.
Oh, yeah.
It's
but
great
you like him
pop
better
music.
since he did the Lonely Island stuff.
Oh,
I like
sure.
him better. Since
I like
the
somebody who, like Richard Marx, for instance.
yeah.
Richard Marx is great because he doesn't take himself too seriously, and he realizes that he was from a moment.
He gives
and you
good
get
podcasts.
And this is like. The fact that the same guy co-wrote this and Angel makes total sense.
Yeah.
And you can understand. So, is this more rocky because of him, or is
It's all about the production.
Yeah.
And I was going to say the thing with the Aerosmith production on that album, Permanent Vacation, it was produced by Bruce Fairbairn from Vancouver.
Yeah.
Who did, if you work backwards from there, he did Slippery When Wet for Bon Jovi.
Right.
And he also
Big
did
album.
Honeymoon Suite, Big Prize. So
Okay.
that was the album they
So
released
it's
just before I
just
joined
before
the
you
band.
joined the band.
Yep. But the stories we had heard that Bon Jovi loved the Big Prize so much that that's why they asked Bruce to produce them.
Wow.
So it kind of
Yeah.
went Honeymoon Suite. I mean, he was kind of making his way along with the bands, right?
Right.
And Aerosmith did the same thing. They're like, you go to the producer that's going to give you the hits.
Well,
So-
Metallica with Bob
Yeah,
Rock,
exactly.
right? And actually Get a Grip is Bob Rock
Yeah. And
with Aerosmith.
Bob was Bruce's engineer, so
Yeah.
it was always Bob and Bruce together.
Oh, I didn't know that
Yep.
side of it.
Yep.
Midtown Gord on the live chat has a mind blow for you guys. You ready?
Sure.
Michael Bolton tried out for Black Sabbath.
What?
And he would know his shit. Midtown Gord knows his fucking music.
That's amazing.
Especially if it's Black Sabbath style, heavy metal, hard rock
All right.
shit.
Cool.
I believe this man. He also says he personally loved Done with Mirrors. He said it was a great album.
Oh, cool. That's good. I don't know that I ever
I'm
actually
sure.
heard it.
You know what? I don't know anything from it. I don't
Yeah.
even, and I have a ton of like a vinyl that I was the guy for years. Everybody's uncle was getting rid of their vinyl, and it came to me.
Yeah.
And I got a whole bunch of stuff from the old Q107 library
Oh, wow.
as well.
Wow.
And I have a bunch of Aerosmith. I don't have Done with Mirrors.
Wow.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Crazy.
Never even seen it. Ow. Woo, like that.
Yeah, I don't recognize, like, again, I'm a reasonable Aerosmith fan, but I don't
I've seen
recognize
Aerosmith
these
twice.
titles.
I saw them on that tour they did with Run DMC and Kid Rock.
Yeah.
It was phenomenal.
Wow.
And I saw them also with a kid named Johnny Lang open for them.
I remember Johnny Lang.
The
Yeah,
blues
guitar
kid?
player. Yeah,
Oh, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've seen I didn't realize how much of an Aerosmith fan I
That's
am
really
until
cool.
I saw them, and I was like, oh yeah, these guys are great. Yeah.
Okay, the lead single
We're talking
was
about
Let
Aerosmith listening to Michael Bolton.
Yeah, Let the Music Do the Talking was the lead single
Yeah.
from, and then Sheila,
Don't know any of it.
which is a better
But this, you know what?
5440 song.
Aerosmith could do How Could We
I
Live Be
was
Lovers? They
thinking
could
the
cover
same
this,
thing.
no problem. You know, I remember seeing an interview with Dave Grohl talking about making music and how he can't read music and he just does it. And he thinks about a guitar as like a drum kit.
Yeah.
This string is like the bass and this string, you know. And he said, somebody asked him about how do you write a song, and he was just like. He's like, I just want to make a fucking hit.
Yeah.
He goes, think about Aerosmith. He literally said, he goes, Aerosmith knows how to fucking do it. Like that's how they know how to write a hit
For sure.
and they really do. They have all along.
So I mentioned there's big bands. We've got Aerosmith, we got Madonna. There's some big fucking
Angel songs.
Yeah.
You know what? This is a big fucking rock band. You ready?
Yeah. Yeah, you think? Yeah. Are we gonna miss? Oh, there's got to be some other stuff we're gonna miss. Now that we're getting into it, I'm like, oh, there's stuff I wanted to do.
Did anyone pick Poison? They have a good Angel song, Poison.
No.
It's a cold and wet December day. We touch the ground in JFK. Snow was melting on the ground. Yes, I heard the sound of an angel. New York like a Christmas tree. Tonight this city belongs to me. Angel.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm loving my little thing here,
Yeah,
Robbie.
it's totally using it.
We love our new toys.
Yes.
And I love Rattle and Hum. I just want to throw it out there. I love Rattle and Hum.
So much.
So long, angel of Harlem.
All right, Robbie, talk to us. Angel of Harlem.
This is one of the songs. I think the three songs that I sent you were the first three songs that came into my head as far as Angel songs.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, really, trust the instinct. But this was recorded in Memphis on the Rattle and Hum tour. They went into Sun Studios in Memphis because it's in the film, right? And it's actually that's actually the recording they did. And I was in Memphis in 1999 I was doing this musical Cats, traveling around the States.
Oh, wow.
And I went to Sun Studios, and there's a little museum. I mean, you go in as a museum, you get a tour. But upstairs, they had the digital recorder that U2 used is actually in this room upstairs as well. And they talk about it, which is cool. But the horns on this song are called the Memphis Horns. And it was two
Great horns on this song.
great songs, great horns. Two dudes, they played on all the Stax records, like in the 60s and stuff.
Wow.
Like sitting on the dock of the bay and all that kind of stuff. And the trumpet player from the Memphis Horns, he's also featured on Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer.
Well, that makes
And
sense.
you can sort of see the relation
Totally
in that
makes
sound,
sense.
right?
Absolutely.
I know.
Now that you say that,
Yep.
yeah.
Totally the same kind. There they are. Great arrangement. And then there's an organ on this song as well, which I thought was really interesting because I was researching for this and I didn't really ever note it before. It was like a session musician who used to be he's like one of the world's greatest accordionists.
Oh, wow.
His name is Joey Miskelin.
Cool.
He used to play with Frankie Yankovic, who was
Was Al Yankovic's dad?
No.
No?
I don't know.
No.
Frank Yankovic? Yes.
I don't think
I don't
that's
know
his
for
dad.
sure. I don't know.
I feel his
Hang on.
parents were just regular people.
Really?
Hang on.
But Joey, when he was a kid, played with Frankie Yankovic in the 60s as an accordiονist. He's like this virtuoso
Nice.
accordionist. But he's playing organ with U2 on this, which I think is amazing.
All right. Not maybe no relation.
I like that though. Let's go. Let's stick with it.
He is not related to Weird Al. How's this? What are the possibilities there?
How many Yankovics?
How many Yankovics to
Right.
play?
But what a great song
I
this
think we
is.
got to do a DNA test. Do you? I don't want to get off the Angel thing. Do Do you have a moment, something you got to play, like an organ or like something that you were like, I got to do this, like I got to play on I don't know, like a church organ or something that blew your mind you got to be able to do?
I played, well, like when we did our song 10 Low Lies, Nile Rodgers had this keyboard called a synclavier, which was like a $200,000 synth in the 80s.
Okay.
It was like the most high-tech thing. And I did some keyboard stuff on that, which was super exciting.
That's fun.
Because basically, I didn't know what to do with it except find a couple of sounds and play it.
Yeah.
But I would have never had the opportunity otherwise.
Just be on this amazing machine. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'm only playing this song because I do love Angel of Harlem by U2. I love it a lot, but it does remind me of this song.
Oh, yeah. The organ and everything, right? Yep.
And I mean, if you're gonna steal from a song, why not steal from like these songs? So.
Totally similar, yeah. We got to do some mashups,
right?
I've always wanted to. I don't know keys well enough, but yeah, perfect. It's like identical.
Just call me Angel of the morning, baby.
It fits every song.
See, they're all the same.
Yeah, it's true. Have you ever seen? There's a comedian out there, a guy who does like a whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's 6 chords.
Remember when that Vitamin C graduations? It's all based on Pachelbel's canon.
Yeah.
Everything's
You're
Pachelbel's canon.
Australian. That's really good, actually.
Yeah.
It's really well done.
Everything is Pachelbel's canon.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's closing time.
It's true.
One last. Okay.
Do.
Right.
Yep. Everything.
Having a great time now. Okay, so Angel of Harlem, great song, great angel, a lot of great angel songs.
Yeah.
Here's another one for you guys. You ready?
Let's do it.
I am an old woman named after my mother. My old man is another child that's grown old. If dreams were lightning, thunder were desire, this old house would have burnt down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go.
Do either of you two whippersnappers want to name the artist?
Sure. I mean, you're acting like a cool guy. This is the original is this is John Prine. This is John Prine.
Yeah, this is John Prine.
I'm very interested to talk about John Prine with you guys because his resurgence is really interesting to me. But the big hit is Bonnie Raitt's version.
Well, that's the mind blow coming up next.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to ruin your mind blow.
It's all blowing my mind.
We're going to let John Prine go finish.
This is a great pick, by the way.
On the note that you just played there, Bobby, I only started to appreciate this song after he passed away from COVID-19.
Yeah.
And John Prine's a guy hiding in plain sight. Like he's there.
Yep.
He dies. I start diving in, and I'm like, "What the fuck?
How good is this guy?"
Yeah.
My father-in-law, who is born in Dublin, 75-year-old Irish dude, loves traditional Irish music. He listened to everything, and he knew John Prine. Like, would have gone to like the Longboat up in Yorkville and all.
Riverboat.
Riverboat. Excuse me. Yeah, like he was hanging out. He was at the. And I believe him because he was at the 72 recording with Neil Young at Massey Hall. That kind of. Wow. So, and he loves John Prine and especially loves the late John Prine stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to hear about your guys' experience with John.
I'm Mike. I didn't really get to know him until after he passed away.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I have a caveat, which is I really didn't dive in until after he died.
Yeah.
But I do these FOTM Kick Out the Jams episodes.
Yeah.
I did a lot during the COVID-19. And somebody wanted me to play Hello in There, but the version he re-recorded. So Hello in There is a song from this era, I guess, young Prine. And then in his older years, John Prine re-records Hello in There. And I love this song so fucking much, this Hello in There. I like this new version of Prine, like songs about old people. And this is an old guy singing it. This song's about old people. Okay. Anyway, so I'm kind of digging this John Prine song, and I go, ooh, this guy's interesting. Then he dies. Then I dive in. And I think I joked on this very program, like there's got to be a word for when you like start to like an artist after they die.
Posthumously
Like, lots of times I like an artist.
Yep.
I don't,
But it's
whatever.
too late.
They die.
Yeah.
Now I like this artist.
Yeah, for sure. Because you where are you going to get introduced to John Prine?
Yeah.
Living in Toronto, in the even 70s and 80s, like that's not John Prine doesn't have radio hits.
Yeah.
John Prine doesn't have country
You're
radio
right. He had
hits.
to be covered. Yes, you're going to. Okay, I'll play it right now while we talk about John
Prine. Doesn't have hits.
So,
but
people know his name.
Music people. Who's the other big one that there's a bunch of people that music people love.
Oh yeah, there's lots of them.
A lot of them. Then when you get into them, you're like, okay.
Okay, so it's funny we're playing Bonnie Raitt because she's got a tour coming up.
I am an old woman
Here she is. She had a hit with this
named
one.
after my mother.
But Royal Wood is opening for Bonnie Raitt on her tour coming up.
Nice.
And Royal Wood is in this basement tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m.
That's super cool. He's an early cat, huh?
Nice.
He's got a lot of press to do. I think he's
the other big one besides John Prine. Tom Waits.
Tom Waits, who's still alive,
but never had a radio hit.
Yeah.
Music. People who
love
know
him.
music love Tom Waits.
Yeah.
Is what I
think it's a generational thing too, though, because people who grew up in the '60s into the '70s loving music in general, there was way more access to things that weren't just on the radio.
Interesting.
You were listening to FM radio was playing stuff that wasn't necessarily. It wasn't about the hits, right? It was playing alternative.
David Morrison would put on that deep cut.
Yeah.
On Chum FM. Okay.
The production's so crazy on this. It's really this is 74. It's got really interesting it's really clean sounding for 74. Sometimes get a little lost or something,
This style, though, I think, it's like Joni Mitchell recording in that era, too,
yeah,
right?
fair enough. Yeah.
Beautiful sounding stuff,
Yeah.
but very specifically, it's like acoustic, folky bass, I guess. This is 74?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
So Prine's version 71, and Bonnie Raitt's 74. This is from Streetlights.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just a free rambling man.
Sorry, Bonnie Raitt been around forever. I only discovered her in the late 80s, I want to say.
Me too. I still remember watching that Grammys.
Oh yeah.
When the Let's Give Him Something to Talk About was the big single, and there was it's like 89 or something, early 9, and there was a bunch of I still remember there would have been artists like Belle Biv DeVoe or all nominated, and then Bonnie Raitt goes and wins all these Grammys. And as a 13 or 14-year-old kid, I'm like, who the fuck is Bonnie Raitt?
I know, right? Who's this old lady coming up?
Who's
And remember-
and she was, and then it just happened again 2 years ago. She was old and now she's doing it.
Yeah.
And
the
obviously
Canadian
I
woman wrote
appreciate
that song too. That's
Well, Let's Give Him Something to Talk About is
uh,
CanCon. Yeah. Shirley Eichhardt.
Right. Yes, right. And she just passed away. Okay, shout out to Ridley Funeral Home.
Yeah.
So here's a Bonnie Raitt quote about this song.
Okay.
I think Angel from Montgomery probably has meant more to my fans and my body of work than any other song, and it will historically be considered one of the most important ones I've ever recorded.
Really?
It's just such a tender way of expressing that sentiment of longing, like hello in there, without being maudlin or obvious. It has all the different shadings of love and regret and longing. It's a perfect expression from a wonderful genius.
Wow.
And when you get into him, it's unbelievable how good his stuff was.
Yeah.
Do you see that special that Strombo did in his house?
Yes.
It's really good.
Yeah.
FOTM, I'm sure. I think he's supposed to be on a couple times at least, hasn't he?
He's an FOTM 100%,
Yeah,
but
and-
he's only been here once.
Yeah,
Wow.
but George did that when he was doing those things in his house with John
it was
Prine,
amazing.
and Gordon Lightfoot's in the audience, and they're talking about. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
God.
And that was like one of his last public performances.
Crazy.
It was like a few months later, he was dead.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
He died from what was in your house this past
Yeah.
week.
that's right. And not here, by the way. I'm fine, boys. Don't worry.
All right, so the Angel Jams is going very well.
I think this is one of our strongest.
We're flowing.
Yeah, I'm liking the difference.
Angels, yep.
Yeah, I'm liking the differences.
Yeah, but it's been going so smooth and so well,
here
and
we
I
go.
now see
Here we
what's
go.
coming up
This
on the
is me.
horizon.
This is me.
And this fucking Bob Willette always just disrespecting the
Not at all.
program.
No, wait till
Okay,
you.
let's listen. I'll give you a benefit
okay.
of the doubt, and then you can explain
Okay,
yourself.
let's
Okay, let's
listen to
kick it.
Sounds angelic.
Harps.
Your story's sad to tell.
a teenage ne'er-do-well, most mixed up, non-delinquent on the block. Your future's so unclear now. What's left of your career now? Can't even get a trade-in on your smile.
On here.
Beauty school dropout.
See, I had a question about this very thing.
Graduation day for you. Beauty school dropout. Missed your midterms and flunked shampoo. Well, at least you could have taken time to wash and clean your clothes up after spending all that dough to have the doctor fix your nose up. Baby, get moving. Why keep your feeble hopes alive? What are you proving?
What are you proving?
You've got the dream, but not the drive. If you go for your diploma, you can join us at a pool. Turn in your T's and comb and go back to high school. Come on, everybody knows the song.
I don't know this song.
You don't know this song?
No.
You've never seen Grease the movie?
No.
Oh.
How is that possible?
You need to see Grease.
How have you never
I've
seen...
never even been close to seeing Grease the musical, to be honest. I know the big
1978
hit.
classic was on Broadway in 73, 70, something like that.
Are you shaming me?
Yeah, big time. You should. So this is
You should watch it with your kid.
Beauty School Dropout by the character Teen Angel, who is Frankie Valli.
Frankie Avalon.
Time out.
Avalon. No, yeah, Frankie Avalon. Sorry, you're right.
Time out. So Angel's not in the name of the song.
No, but it is performed by the character performing it is Teen Angel, and the entire scene in the movie, they're all dressed like angels.
They're like angels.
Yeah.
Floating away.
Yeah. He comes in the white suit. When I saw a touring version of Grease here in Toronto, and some loser from American Idol, what was his name? The guy with the white hair. Not Bo Bice. One of the he was
Michael
Teen
McDonald.
No, yeah, exactly. He came out as
Really? He was Teen Angel?
He was Teen Angel. I can't remember the guy's name. I'm sure somebody in the chat.
So, did they mention Angel in the song at all?
Never. No. But the character is
Teen
Teen
Angel.
Angel.
I remember
and
that.
the entire scene in the movie and the play is all angel related.
It's an angel jam.
And then, there is this. Got to be going to that malt shop in the sky. So,
Speaking of death.
this is, This is, I don't have any mind blows about this, except for this is just one of the greatest musical movies of all time. Universally loved. If Beauty School Dropout, in 1991, I'm in grade 9. I didn't mean to kick you there, sorry. Go back to high school.
He's very excited.
I love singing along to this. I like
It must be one of your karaoke jams.
Grease. Okay, so everyone's seen Grease. Okay, because I do know there's that Grease Lightning or whatever. What's the song? John
Greased
Travolta
Lightning,
and Olivia Newton-John.
that's
John Travolta sings.
Summer Nights is
Summer Nights. That's the one I'm thinking of. Like
Tell
I
me
know
more,
that
tell
song,
me
but
more.
nothing in that song ever made me feel like I want to hear more of this. Like it just sounded like a musical theater,
So, it totally is.
which was
but
a previous episode.
bunch of the songs. There's a few songs in the movie that were written just for the movie.
Yep.
Including Sandy and You're the One That I Want.
Yep.
Those were not, and Hopelessly Devoted to You.
And the Grease title track by Frankie Valli.
All of those were
But
not
okay.
in the original musical.
But if anyone's listening to their first toast, which is ridiculous, go back and listen to all the toasts.
Yeah.
You two are big fans of musical theater. Like we did a whole
he's made his
episode.
living out of it.
You're also a big fan.
I was going to share a personal anecdote about that particular.
Me and the brother on the not brother Bill, but brother Neil. He's not into musical theater, as am I. So this song, I would just not have encountered that song in my entire life. And hearing it now, like I think you'd have to be a big musical theater guy maybe to dig that,
to get it, like to get
get
the
it.
reference.
There's, it's like.
And to be fair, it's actually like very self-aware. It's a very in the movie. It's completely tongue-in-cheek.
It's a dream sequence.
It's a dream sequence, and it's tongue-in-cheek.
Yep.
When I was 14 years old, grade 9 in 1990. I go to my high school and I take drama because I'm a big loudmouth.
Yeah.
And my high school was St. Pat's in East Toronto, and the teacher was this lovely woman, Ms. O'Brien, and they did these big musicals every year. We would do 4 or 5. We had 4 or 5 performances. We had an auditorium, like a theater that held 400 people. It was a big deal, and it was Grease was the.
You guys did Grease.
We did Grease.
Wow.
And I can still remember, so I'm grade 9, you got all these kids all the way up, and again, we still had grade 13 there, so we got like 19-year-olds, and I got up, I was a greaser, I was in the chorus, but I also got a part for the very first, I was Vince Fontaine, the DJ.
The DJ?
Yes.
That's cool.
I get casted. Like,
premonition.
Yes.
Of life.
I get casted, and I can still remember a gentleman who was also a greaser, was cast as Teen Angel. This guy Terry Sousa did it, and they dressed him all in white and watched it, and he overpronounced everything and a great animation. Your story's sad to tell. And watching it, I was just like, this is great. And that kind of hooked me on theater and on musical theater.
That was the start for you.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, and that was 90 again. And we've talked about this before. We've nerded out about. Then Les Mis comes to town. Then Phantom's already here. Cats is here. All this stuff. So here we are. That was it. That was so. And then so when Angel came, I was like, I got like a Teen Angel.
Teen Angel. You thought of Teen Angel.
Okay. So this song, which I don't know, okay, but listen to it for a few seconds.
Sounds like fun.
The bad recording of a like an 80s hard rock song.
Bring the noise.
Okay, so this song's called Rapture. Maybe Midtown Gordon knows this song. I don't know, but it's by a band called Morbid Angel.
Okay.
Is this a fucking Angel song, Bob Willette? Because the band's got Angel in the fucking title.
I don't know. I haven't seen the video or the context.
Morbid Angel.
Maybe the context.
Rob Preuss, look me in the eyes. Is this an Angel jam?
That's not
Morbid
precedent.
Angel. No.
Is this an Angel jam?
I would say no.
You
That
would
is
say
not
this
precedent. That's a bad precedent. You know what? You're splitting hairs,
What's
sir.
the difference? What's the difference?
The difference is watch the
Educate me.
video. Watch the video of the scene from the movie.
If there's an angel. My question when you started the song, my question about the contextualizing of an angel was if the angel has to be in the title only. But you went one step further and you put the angel in the character. Because I was like,
I want to push boundaries. I want to open Mike's mind. He's so fucking narrow-minded.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking for backup, so I'm going straight to Leslie. You're so funny. Leslie says, great song, great movie.
Yeah.
Doesn't qualify. Sorry, Bob.
Sorry, Leslie, you're wrong. You are wrong. It is because, especially Google the scene from the movie, dude. Watch it on YouTube. There's nothing. They're all dressed like angels. It is an angel song.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, well,
it's almost like the Brandon Flowers.
What would it take?
The Brandon Flowers, I knew I was pushing.
I know.
He was
the Brandon Flowers,
I think you're pushing him here too, though.
No, I am for sure.
Oh, are you
100%.
taking a stand against Bob? I want to witness this. Keep going.
No.
No, I
Bob's the
understand.
nicest guy on the
I
planet.
am.
Like he's gonna let you get away with murder.
Yeah.
But look,
Because
so look, this is what we had this conversation before, and we have it all the time. Like, that's why we didn't do the God one.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, we're gonna do Dear God, or we're
That's
gonna
right.
do. Can I also do like Here I Am, Lord, the hymn I used to sing in my Catholic school?
Right.
That's a God song, right? Like so.
Bob, this is bullshit.
Yeah, there you go, Rob. Yeah.
Rob, is that serious?
It
'Cause,
hurts.
I'm
No,
excited.
it hurts.
man.
No, he can't do it. He can't do it. He's too nice.
It hurts.
You're like Mr. Dress Up,
Yeah,
like,
I am. But because I'm like, I'm
did
a
you know
Libra.
that?
you're Libra?
I'm a Libra.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a problem.
Well, that doesn't mean anything.
It does.
No,
But
Like 1/12 of the world is
I know.
fucking Libra.
But 1/12 of the world, we're all Charlie Browns. So we see the both sides of the.
Right.
I actually heard a
equation.
podcast the other day where they were talking about it was like we need to talk about the artist that is Kanye and what is happening with Kanye, and it was like they're having a conversation about this because hip hop's turning 50 and they were doing this conversation,
Yeah.
and I was interested in convo until a lady started talking about Kanye West's what is it called again? Astrology
Is it zodiac sign?
and explaining that like that this
Like
is
as if
a
it was
si-
fact?
Yeah, like as
Yeah.
if
Oh,
that's
yeah.
his
You know.
sign explains
So
some of
that's
his
why he can
behavior.
be anti-Semitic.
Right.
Anti-Semitic.
right.
Yeah,
And
no,
I was
that's-
so
that's
angry
bullshit,
that there was a human being on this planet that
That
would
actually
actually
thinks that.
think that the month you were born, it would affect, would somehow
Yeah.
excuse any kind of
No, yeah.
behavior.
Doesn't
like that.
excuse it.
Okay, so Morbid Angel's Rapture, we agree, is also an angel jam.
Sure.
If Bob's
Why not?
fucking
Yep.
jam
Buy
from,
that.
what is it?
If that, then sure, why
Frankie
not?
Avalon.
Yep.
does a song for Grease.
Yep.
And you think that's an Angel
The character is called Teen Angel. The scene is him coming from heaven, and all of the pink ladies are dressed as angels. That, my friend, is a fucking angel jam.
Painted Ladies is an Ian Thomas
I said the pink
song.
ladies.
And a
didn't
bottle
I?
of wine,
Did I say,
Mama.
did I say
Right.
painted?
No. I
I said pink ladies.
Brother of Dave Thomas, though. I'm just tying it all together.
Tying.
Okay. Whatever. All right. So we have one more jam here from Rob Preuss, keyboardist with Spoons and Honeymoon Suite, and now working on Broadway.
Are you currently working?
I'm not working on Broadway currently.
Why can't I say that? Like
You can say it.
You can say Broadway.
Sure,
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
No, I was just curious if you
Yeah,
were.
yeah, no.
I would like to know.
Yeah.
Are you working at all?
With my wife, we do a lot of teaching
teach,
on,
right?
on
Yeah.
my solo projects. Or
I don't
You
know.
said-
I didn't
I did a
know
recording
that.
session
And you,
today as
I was
well.
going to say, you said you were in a recording
Yeah.
session today. Are
Working
you
on
all
it.
hush-hush about it? Or?
No, it's a band from Hamilton called The Foreign Films.
Okay.
And I've worked on their albums for the last 4 or 5 years, I guess.
nice.
But usually it's long distance.
Maybe
like,
they'll be played on Kingston Radio if Bob Willette
Maybe.
takes that back.
I had
with
an
him.
interesting lunch with the vice president of audio with Chorus Entertainment today.
Really?
Yeah. My boss's boss.
Can you name that person?
Yeah, Ronnie Stanton's his name.
I know that name.
Yep.
Absolutely.
He is the.
I actually know that name, and I only know a few names. That's one of them.
Ronnie Stanton. Yeah, he's in town, and I missed seeing him in Kingston because of the COVID thing.
Yeah.
They didn't want me to come because they thought I might. If I did have it,
Yeah.
we didn't have it. So, but he was in town, so I went and had dim sum with him today.
Nice.
Had a very interesting conversation with him.
Can you reveal anything of interesting nature that you discussed with Ronnie Stanton?
Yeah, it's I'm not telling any secrets. It's bleak right now, man. It's not really like we're not doing well. Radio in general, not just us. It's a really, really tough time.
Okay, you're doing all you can, but it's sort of like this Play to Record documentary I
it's
saw
like-
where the suddenly DJs were using
They didn't need-
files.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
And
they
they didn't need the vinyl anymore.
Yeah, same thing.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
like we can argue about which wing of Nordstar, who owns Toronto Star.
Yeah, because I don't believe the Toronto
claim
Star
for-
is
no, but
filing
that, you're right. That
bankruptcy.
wing has not filed for bankruptcy protection yet.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
Where's Weisblot when we need him?
And
He'd explain it all.
And
to
I
us.
love what I do. And Ronnie Stanton, my boss's boss, who is a really good guy, loves what we do.
Yeah.
It's really hard right now, to be completely honest. It is really hard.
I think in a lot of the arts / entertainment worlds, it's a similar.
It's very Marshall McLuhan, right? Like the medium has changed
Yep.
so much for us.
Yep.
And then what happens is two of your major companies here in Canada are owned by big telecoms.
Yep.
And they don't look at it as an art, as something they should invest in. And I completely understand why.
Yep.
You got shareholders, but it is hard right now, man. It is hard. The cuts have been hard.
And the problem with the changes that go on, and this is not just the arts today, but the changes, technological changes that happen. Once a cat is out of the bag, the genie doesn't go back in the
You can't
bottle.
put the toothpaste back in the tube. Yeah,
all
it's
the
done.
whatever thing you want to use.
Whatever thing, you can't. It's right.
Because people, I hear people talking about the writer's strike with
Yeah.
streaming and the film world, and I
Sure.
understand that.
Yeah.
And then I hear people wanting to bring it back to the music business and saying, well, the record companies and streaming and artists don't get paid, and I understand
You're
all
right,
that
they
stuff.
don't,
But
yeah.
you're not going to tell the world to not listen to every
You can't
recording
now.
that's ever
Yeah.
been made now because
Yep.
the genie's out of the bottle.
Yep.
And-
Every song you need is right here in front of you or in your pocket.
Yep.
And so where does radio fit in there? And the problem is our industry, and our industry has cut so much.
Yeah.
The things that made us unique and all the tastemakers, the Alan Crosses who you mentioned, the David Marsdens, those guys, they haven't been given. There's no new guys. There's no new David Marsden. There's no new Alan Cross.
Yeah. But that world doesn't exist anymore.
No, where does it exist? How does it exist? And I know we're way off topic from Angels.
No, but I'm interested
But you
in
asked.
this.
So honestly, this is the conversation I had with a very high up guy in chorus.
That's
And
amazing.
I'm not.
Were
saying,
you drinking at this lunch?
Not at all. He doesn't drink at all. And I had tea.
Wow.
Yeah, and water.
Wow.
Okay, cold tea.
Not drinking at all. No, I almost said cold tea because it was right next to a place I used to go for cold tea.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Right,
Hong
right.
Shing at Spadina and around Spadina and Dundas. We used to go there in the middle of the night for cold tea, which was
After
beer in the
closing time.
back when it was still 1 o'clock last call.
Crazy.
You go there at 1:30 in the morning, get yourself some fried rice and some cold tea, and
Nice.
they'd bring you out a thing of cold tea.
Very Toronto
Anyhow,
of you. Okay.
sorry.
No, don't apologize, please. That's it. Very
You did ask, but yeah.
But the thing we can agree on is that angels are timeless. Angels supersede all the bullshit that we talk about in all this stuff.
These songs have been great.
Yeah.
Except for mine, of course.
This is not a song any of us picked, but I just thought it was interesting.
The Angels came in 61 to play in California sun. Bill Rigney was the manager.
Like as a special version of this song
Daddy
about
Wags could hit the pill,
California
take a
Angels
chance
players.
upon the
Where
hill.
the fuck did you get this?
Junior circuit baseball.
I know
was
Mr.
finally
Baseball,
here.
Rob Preuss, doesn't give a fuck about any of this,
Bill
but it's kind of neat to hear, like, this is the California Angels
I know
version.
this song. I know this song.
Talkin' Baseball was the hit, okay?
On the scene.
The Simpsons had Talkin' Softball, which was like a spoof on this. And the Toronto Blue Jays got a version for their 10th birthday or something about Blue Jays, yeah. But it sounds like every team had a version.
Oh, wow. Actually, I have no idea. Never heard it.
Okay. But you've heard Talkin' Baseball, right?
But Johnson won
Really?
the
Nope.
crown.
Is that this song?
Well, this is Talkin' Angels or
Okay.
something.
I feel like I've heard a version of this.
Talkin' Baseball. Talkin' Baseball.
Nope, don't know it.
It was a big hit. Okay, fine. But anyway, this is the Angels baseball song, and I just thought it was interesting.
And Lime and Angels baseball. Veda, Chalk, and Ryan.
And who's singing it? Do you know?
It's the same guy. Like, the guy who sang the Talkin' Baseball also sings Talkin' Softball and Talkin' Angels
What's his
and all
name?
that shit. I can't remember.
Mr.
Talkin' Baseball. It's
Johnny
just a big,
Baseball.
big fucking hit. Everybody
Talkin'
knows Talkin' Baseball. Everybody knows. It's Terry Cashman. So the big hit was called Talkin' Baseball, Willie, Mickey, and the Duke.
Oh.
So this was like on the radio. Like it was a big deal. Here, let me see if this will play. I've got to mute it here.
The Whiz Kids had won it. Bobby Thompson.
I mean, I guess I kind of.
Yeah, it's vaguely familiar, right?
Yeah.
Sounds like the theme for a TV show.
Does.
Cheers.
Let me tell you.
No.
Everybody knows your name.
Yeah.
We would scorn. So
Streets down to China. Mr. Belvedere. It totally does.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to baseball. I'm your host.
Good stuff. All right, Rob, you ready for your final jam?
I'm
Will
ready.
it make me as angry as Bob's jam made me?
Not a chance.
No way.
Thank God. Okay, here. Thank God on this Angels. Here we go. This is a big one too. Let's do it.
Crying on my pillow, lonely in my bed. Then I heard a voice beside me, and she softly said, "Wonder is your nightlight, magic is your dream." And as I held her, she said, "See what I mean?" I said, "What?"
What?
She said, "Ooh." I said, "All right." She said, love me, undercover angel, midnight fantasy. I never had a dream that made sweet love to me. Undercover angel, answer to my prayer. You made me know that there's a love for me out there somewhere. Yeah, somewhere.
Oh, I love that.
Come on.
Undercover Angel. That song qualifies. Well done, Rob Preuss.
This was actually the first song that came in my head.
Okay.
Because,
Was it?
Yeah, because this was on the radio. This was a huge hit when I was 11 years old. So
77.
77.
Yeah.
Yep. It was for me, and it's very quintessentially a 70s sound.
Yep.
With this, what? And then there's a little disco-y.
Yep.
And then here's Matthew McConaughey.
All
Right. Right? Totally. But it's got all the synthesizers that were happening from Gary Wright, and like people in that era, it was like becoming more and more prevalent in the sound of the pop radio. And this dude, Alan O'Day, is the singer and the writer. It was his first hit as a singer, but he already had this song went to number one. He had a number one hit from Helen Reddy, a song called Angie Baby.
Yes.
Which was a huge song that I loved when
Which
I
is
was
almost
like,
an Angel song too.
almost, yeah. Angie Baby.
Angie Baby.
Yep. So this song came out, he recorded this on his own before he even released an album. He released this as a single, and it like went up the charts, like zoomed up the charts. It's a great song. Produced by a guy named Michael Omardian, who was a keyboard player that I've known for years as a session musician, and I didn't really know he was a producer before that. He played accordion. Speaking of accordion again, he played accordion on Piano Man for Billy Joel, which I think is cool.
That is cool.
Produced this song.
Kind of a forgotten number one though.
Same thing is what I was just about to say. Going back
number
to your
one in
other Angel.
77. I never hear this fucking
No.
song.
No. So it was yeah. This should be on any classic hit station.
If it's playing
you're
70s songs,
yeah.
for sure.
If it's doing 70s, 80s, 90s, which
Yep.
a lot of them do, whether it's Bob or whatever, Bounce or whatever the names are, or Boom or whatever.
Right.
This
There's
would
a
be
Bounce now too, right?
Yeah. Bounce is out of Hamilton now.
But it's funny because I feel like the songs, that, of course, that I picked, it's my era. Like we're only going to pick what comes into our minds.
No, I know, but from
you
70s
picking, but for me, you picking Teen Angel Song is an instinctive thing for you with angels in your life and in your world.
Yeah.
For me, Angel songs, like with Angel in the title, came pretty naturally too.
Yeah.
But you only refer to what you've got in your world, right? So
Okay, so I'm about to kick out the final jam. I just want to point out an artist has been Hansened. Rob, do you know what that means when an artist gets Hansened?
is it the same as being Rickrolled?
No.
Okay.
When there's an obvious pick
there's
kind of hanging there.
two that have been.
Really?
Well, no,
Okay.
you might
What are you
have one of
thinking
yours.
of?
Do you want me to tell you? Or
Well, no,
like-
because I do have one to go. But the big one I'm thinking of
Yeah.
is Sarah McLachlan.
Sarah McLachlan,
yeah.
Angel, yeah.
Yeah.
That's Hanson.
I left it off. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But what's the one you're thinking of, Bob?
Angel Eyes, Jeff Healey.
You know what? Yes, and that there's an even that one's even got an FOTM connection.
You didn't have Jeff Healey's Angel Eyes?
No.
Oh, that's two Hansons. We double Hanson this.
Now, how
I
do you
thought
get the
Angel
name
Eyes.
Hanson? What's the Hanson
So
connection?
because Hanson the band.
Yeah, Mbop, yeah.
Pandemic Fridays, we had
Yeah.
a series of. It was funny because the reason the name came about is
Yeah.
because we did brother bands or
Yeah.
sibling bands.
Okay.
I think it was brother bands, and no one picked Hanson. So we go, how come no one picked Hanson? Then
I
we did
see.
boy bands like
Yeah.
the next week, and no one picked Hanson. And then we said it became the term for when
Okay.
there's an
So
obvious
Hanson.
pick
Yeah,
and no one
so-
picks it.
so-
They get Hanson.
So Sarah McLachlan, Angel, and Angel Eyes,
Yeah.
Jeff Healey.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
two big ones. But
Yeah.
okay, so
Girl, you're looking fine tonight.
Yeah.
Which is ironic because he's blind, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
I know.
yeah, yeah,
Did you see his video?
Okay, that's why
Yeah,
his
yeah, of
song
course.
"See the Light" was.
Yeah, it was always strange.
I
yeah.
love that.
Oh, the
man.
jazz. That's a great jam.
Yeah.
We'll have to figure out a way.
Confidence Man, was that the name of the album? I know there's a big single,
Yeah.
Confidence Man,
No.
but and See the Light might have been the name
What
of
do you
it.
got then?
All
What
right.
could it be?
I do have a Canadian artist, and I feel an artist that doesn't get the love it deserves is this artist, this band, okay?
I'm curious now.
Let's take it home. Let's go local. Jeff Healey's local, but let's do this. Just drink it in with your Great Lakes. Just soak it in on a Sunday night.
I said, Mama,
Oh, yeah.
he's crazy and he scares me, but I want him by my side. Though he's wild and he's bad, and sometimes just plain mad, I need him to keep me satisfied. I said, Papa, don't cry, 'cause it's alright. And I see you in some of his ways. Though he might not give me the life that you wanted, and I'll love him the rest of my days. Misguided angel hanging over me. How I'd like a Gabriel, pure and white as ivory. Sold like a Lucifer, black and cold like a piece of lead. Misguided angel, love you till I'm dead.
One of the great Toronto bands,
Yep. I totally forgot about this.
Cowboy Junkies. In fact, Tobias Vaughn is on the live chat. He says he's seeing this band in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, they're touring right now, right? That's cool.
I used to see them at like the Gladstone on a weekly basis, like just
Really?
jamming out on hanging out there in the main area there, the front.
And Tobias Vaughn says this is a great choice. That's all the validation I needed right there. Leslie says great song. I'd forgotten about it. Okay. Beautiful song, right?
Yeah.
A hauntingly beautiful song.
Yeah.
A song, by the way, doesn't even have its own Wikipedia page, this song.
Yeah, I believe that.
Jokororu says, good evening, all. Good evening to Jokororu. Jokororu? I hope I don't have extra syllables in there. Okay. And if I do, sue me. All right, so this is from the second studio album by the Cowboy Junkies, the Trinity Session.
So not actually a studio album because it was recorded live.
Oh.
100%.
In a church.
This man knows his shit, okay? They recorded it inside the Church of the Holy Trinity.
Very angel-like for them to do that.
Yeah.
And the band is like circled around like a microphone.
Yeah.
And they, live
That's
on
the
the
church
floor.
on Bloor Street, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw Jeff Buckley play there once.
Oh, wow. I was going to say I saw Chantel Carvajal. But Jeff Buckley's way cooler.
He opened
Jesus.
for
Shout out to Ridley Funeral Home.
Oh, my
Okay.
God.
That's a beautiful place.
Wow. Yeah, it is an amazing place.
But I'm listening to this thinking,
You
I can hear that space. Yeah.
Yep. For sure. Yeah, you can tell this is not a studio. Right? It's got, I'd love to hear this on vinyl. Right? With an analog system.
Yeah.
I don't think they have it at Play to Record, actually. I don't think
maybe
you can
not
get the
there,
Trinity
but
set.
somewhere.
So now that we know, live on the floor in a church, listen again.
A lot of accordion today.
Accordion jams. Is that next month?
No.
We could do it. Well, Spirit of the West.
I would do accordion jams.
Really?
Yeah, no, he's not a fan.
I could.
I think we have to now.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a
I'm gonna
tough
pick
one. I
this
don't know if I
song.
could pick three.
I know.
It's part of the fun.
There's going to be
Oh, you know what? I could do, actually.
John Mellencamp
Well, I
songs.
married into an Irish family. I could find lots. Oh, I could do an accordion jams.
Oh, man.
Really, you need to marry into a Polish family.
No, the Irish, like they're...
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, the accordion? Oh, yeah.
All right, I thought they were...
Dubliners?
okay.
Yeah. Imagine being in that studio or that church when...
It's an unbelievable, hauntingly beautiful song.
Yeah.
Great job.
Written
close.
by the siblings.
Yeah.
Margot and Michael Timmons wrote this song. Of course, that's Margot's haunting voice there, but you can hear Michael in there too.
And the song is...
a single take. Okay, they don't stitch it
amazing.
together and
Yeah.
cheat. Okay,
And the
this is
name of the song, I don't think you've actually said.
Misguided Angel.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
Okay, they apparently so this is the lore is that they are doing this in the church and they need more time to get this right because they're doing it in a single take. And to get stuff done, they pay the security guard $25 or something and to get 2 more hours of time in the church. And then look what happened here. So
There you go.
beautiful. But I will shout out this album because this album has a cover.
yeah.
Sweet Jane's on.
Yeah,
of course.
so-
This is amazing.
Right. And I'm trying because we're in like 88 or something now, and I think I discover
Yeah. This song?
Sweet Jane.
Sure.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. A lot of people like
because of
that.
Cowboy Junkies.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
And you hear, and this is a gorgeous song
This
too.
is again talking about posthumous discoveries because
Yeah.
then everybody's like, well, for people of our generation, you're like, who's
Yeah, but-
Velvet Underground? And
Yeah,
you work
what? No
backwards.
idea. Exactly. Yeah.
right.
No, there's
The,
no
the
shame
only
in
heroin
that. You
I'll
know?
take. The only heroin I'll do is Heroin by Velvet Underground.
There you go. I didn't realize this is this a one take as well?
Probably.
Like from the same
Yeah,
album?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
is it? See, I
Yeah.
did not know that.
I mean, they might have done it. They might have done it
Right,
several times.
but this particular
Yep.
version. What's interesting is I think I just first discovered this song. It was on one of the "Oh What a Feeling"
yes.
compilations.
Yep.
Is-
Is that true? I thought Misguided Angel might be on a way.
But I think there's 2 of them though.
Oh.
There's 2. There's the black one and the silver
There's
one.
2
the
volumes.
first one I had.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Much Music played Misguided Angel a lot.
Yes.
It's a beautiful
Yeah.
black
But
and
I'm
white
almost
video.
positive. I'm almost positive. There's 2 "Oh What a Feelings"
Yeah.
and CD
Okay,
collections.
okay.
And I think this is on the second one.
That's cool.
One was like the 25th anniversary. One was
Yeah,
the 30th or
right.
something.
I'm on one of those.
You're on
Twice, I think.
Oh,
There's
for
a
sure.
Spoons
And
and
there's a
Honeymoon
honeymoon suite. For
Yeah.
sure you're on those. Yeah. I'll bring them in for you to sign next time. I still have them. Oh yeah. I keep some. I probably got about 300 CDs still.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, Bob, I
meant to bring you some stuff actually.
Okay, well, bring me shit.
I will.
I need stuff, okay? But I was going to tell you, I biked over to the Roxy Hotel on, what was that, last week?
Yeah, you mean the Tim Hortons where the Roxy used to be?
No,
What are you talking about?
Queen and, it's near Queen and Spadina. It was west of there, I suppose. So
Queen
west of the Horseshoe on Queen.
Okay, yeah.
Roxy Hotel and Blues Bar, whatever the fuck it's called. I went there and I recorded in a little tiny hotel room, which had no bathroom, by the way.
Yes.
And it was $300 for the night. And the guy who had rented it for the night was your
my
colleague,
coworker,
Bill Willette.
my coworker Bill Willette, who does the morning show at Global TV Kingston, who's been on Bob's Basement.
Amazing.
And also was the host of the Intimate Interactive with Gord Downey that I asked a question at and was.
Did you?
I consider
Wow.
I was there. I was like,
Okay, so we covered that in great detail. That moment that you're
did you?
describing, not last week.
no, we've talked about
The
it.
Zoom we did.
Yeah.
I did a Bill Zoom during the
Yeah.
COVID, and then I did a in person last week.
That's right. Yeah.
And we didn't have a chance to talk about that.
no,
but-
that's fine. We don't need to talk about
But
it every
in
time.
person with Bill was really cool because it's like I was feeling kind of punchy. I had a long ride that
Yeah.
day, and I had biked to East York earlier.
I saw
in the
that.
day.
You passed right by my house.
So it's like I just like did my thing or whatever, and it turned out really well. So Bill Willette last week.
Bill's one of the good guys in the industry, and he's very. His book is called "Has Something About Being
Has been a happy has
Happy
been.
Has Been."
Really?
Yeah,
I gotta read it. I gotta
yeah,
get it.
it's really
Wow,
good.
that's cool.
I can lend you my copy. I got a copy upstairs.
Really?
I'll lend it to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I read it for the
Yeah.
for the interview.
Okay.
And I have a signed copy
And
upstairs.
he literally, I see, like when I work out of Kingston, not
Yeah.
up from home, I see
Yeah.
him all the time. He does
Wow.
the morning show there, and like the equivalent of breakfast television here.
Yeah,
he does
yeah,
it in
yeah.
Kingston,
Wow.
and he's completely happy with what he's doing. And
That's
everybody's
awesome.
like, "Oh man, you were on this national. You were much more music. You hosted all the, And
Yep.
he's like, "I'm happy." He was in Ottawa for a bit. He
Wow.
bounced around. He
Edmonton, Ottawa, then Kingston.
Wow.
I think is how
and
it went.
there's the old be a
It's getting
big
a smaller market,
Well,
right?
be a big fish in a small pond.
Totally.
Right? And he is. And he's respected and he gets to do what he wants
That's
on the
awesome.
show. Like
Oh, the Rex, not the Roxy. Why?
I don't know why you're talking about the Roxy. I don't know. The Roxy is the old Allenby, which the Roxy used to be at. It was a theater at Greenwood
The Rex.
and Danforth.
The Roxy.
And they used to show,
Sounds familiar.
on Friday for years. It was one of the Toronto theaters that showed Rocky Horror Picture
No
Show
way.
every Friday
where
night.
they would throw toast.
Yeah.
Then when you throw
Toast. Throw toast.
There we go.
Right.
We wrap it all.
Okay.
And it's
Nat.
but it's now it is now a Tim Hortons
Rex.
Esso.
Wow.
And and they put the old facade up at least.
Yeah.
Correct.
And it looks like
Amazing.
it was because before it was the Roxy, it was the Allenby.
Okay.
And it was like built in the 40s.
And now it's an Applebee's.
And now, yeah, practically it's an Applebee's. You are correct, sir. So yeah, the Roxy. I don't know. That's why I didn't know what you were talking about. Yeah, no, the Rex is very different.
I fucked up. Won't be the last time. Okay, so any final thoughts here as we put a bow on the Angel Jams? I thought we heard some great music.
I think you need to watch Grease.
That's one takeaway from this episode
Yeah.
for sure. Grease is worth seeking and
Are
watching.
you sure? Because like we've
Yeah.
already established that I'm not really that
No, that's true.
excited by these
No,
musical
but
theaters.
it's no,
and
no, no.
Cute
whatever.
film though.
But do you appreciate what something like the value of a pop culturally iconic film?
I liked what's the one? What's the one of the big plant that grows?
Little Shop of Horrors, which was
I
never a
enjoyed
Broadway
that
play.
movie.
Always, what is
Oh,
that?
is that never? That's never.
It was an
off-Broadway.
it started as an off Broadway.
Okay, 'cause there's
By
lots
the
of
way,
music in it.
also did that in grade 12.
Did you?
I was Mr. Mushnick.
Oh jeez.
Oh, you'll
owned-
be a dentist.
No, that was the dentist. That was Steve Martin. I was
Okay.
Mr. Mushnick, and that was the guy who owned the flower shop.
Oh,
wow.
And he had wanted to adopt Seymour.
Right.
Wow, Seymour. That's right. Okay. Tobias
Mark
Vaughn,
Moranis.
another quick fun fact. He says Nash the Slash lived upstairs at the Roxy.
At the Roxy Theater? Oh, that's interesting. Or the
Tobias
Rex.
Vaughn knows his shit.
That's
I
really
think, I think
cool.
he means the Roxy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the old theater. I believe
Leslie
that.
says I should watch Grease with my kids. So
Yes,
there's
that's
an
what
idea.
I say too.
So
Now
the
it depends on how old they
7-9-year-old.
are because there is
7
the
and
whole
9.
there is the whole thing of like where she's like she thinks she's pregnant and
There is?
there's
My kids know that where babies come from.
Sure,
That's okay. Yeah. No, it's a
And
cute-
also
it's a
is
good
weird because it is a bunch of people who are supposed to be in high school and they're all in their 30s.
They're all 28. Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
Anyway, so takeaways.
70s style high school children.
Takeaways, a lot of great Angel songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like really good songs. Like neat variety of
Good
songs.
variety.
Yeah.
Okay, before Lois to the Low plays us
Yeah.
out, do you want to have a quick on-air meeting about next month's topic?
sure.
Like,
The
do you
next
have any ideas? Like, I would do accordion jams.
Can we come
But-
up with 9 accordion jams?
Well, that's part of the challenge.
course,
Is you got to, and they got to be 9 unique accordion jams. I think that's part of the fun.
Accordion to the rules, we need 9.
Get the fuck out of here.
I could do it.
Like, I feel like the smaller the universe, the more interesting it can be. Like, I don't need, Stu would be like, jams with A in the title. Like, A is in it. Like, and I'd be like,
I'm looking for an artist named Johnny Accordion right now.
Yeah, right?
No.
oh, yeah.
Just that way it makes sense.
Okay, so-
I got 2 off
like-
the top of my head.
yeah, see?
Yeah.
I think this is our topic.
I don't know if
Okay.
people are interested in accordion jams is the question. What the
But
sellable?
that, you ready for this? I don't care.
Yeah.
That I don't care about. I also like it when the next month's topic organically comes out of the...
That's true.
That's what happened here. That's what happened last time.
Yep.
The Angel Jam.
Yep.
Although at some point, but I think we should save it maybe for warmer weather. But I do want us to do Yacht Rock because the original Toast did Yacht Rock and it was very popular.
Very controversial.
It would be very interesting if we just pretended that didn't happen and we did our own Yacht Rock.
Sure.
But not next month.
Okay.
No.
I feel like
we
Yacht
don't
Rock
want to do
is
Yacht Rock
spring or
in
something.
October.
Yeah, and we'll do that in the backyard.
Yeah.
When the
in the spring. We'll do Yacht Rock in the spring.
May or June or something.
Whatever. Yeah. Let's,
okay.
Yeah.
Did you have a good time?
Good time.
I had a lovely time.
I appreciate it.
Rob,
Thank you for our gift.
Yeah,
I
you
love
guys,
it.
you're welcome. It's gonna become more and more useful as time goes on.
No, I
you
love
fold
it.
it up, you take
There
it with
you
you
go.
everywhere.
Look at that.
Yep.
Done.
When
I love
Royal
it. Thank
Wood
you.
is here tomorrow, that name is on his birth certificate, by the way. But when he's
Royal.
here tomorrow,
Say hi
I'm
to
gonna
him.
just be staring at my phone the whole time.
Yeah,
there you go.
I've got this great smartphone holder here. Okay, Bob, you're looking good. I'm glad you didn't get COVID.
Yeah, I think I'm all good. I think I made it through.
And
shout out to Kingston.
Rob,
right.
let me know if you develop symptoms.
You let me know as well. We'll confer.
Hey.
Text me.
It's not raining, by the way. I never did.
It never rained.
No.
Fucking.
It doesn't rain, it pours.
Could have been outside.
I know.
You never
Okay.
did take your shirt off.
I know.
You didn't go tarps
I
off.
plowed through.
You also didn't do your. I'm waiting for you to do it.
I know. I'm teasing you.
Oh,
a little bit
okay.
Here, right? And that brings us to the end of our 1,327th show. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Toronto Mike. Bob is at Bob Willette. It's like Gillette with a W. Rob Preuss is at Rob Preuss with an X at the end. Rob, there was a guest on Humble and Fred last week that I booked. Church of Trees.
Oh yeah, Bernard Fraser.
Brad Fraser.
I listened to that episode.
Yeah, Bernard Fraser. And I sent in your remix.
Thank you for playing that.
Yeah, and I heard Humble Howard butcher your last name. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, but he got it right eventually, I think.
Well, he tried it a few times.
Yeah, he tried.
I should have given him the phonetic
I like listening to it though.
Our friends at Great Lakes Brewery are at Great Lakes Beer. Palma Pasta is at Palma Pasta. Recycle My Electronics are at EPRA_Canada. And this is important, everybody. Pumpkins After Dark are at Pumpkins Dark, but you can save 15% with the promo code TOMIKE15. So TOMIKE15. Go to pumpkinsafterdark.com, save your 15% with that promo code, and check out an awesome award-winning show that takes place in Milton, Ontario from September 23rd through Halloween 2023.
Now that Bob's gone, that song was bullshit.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't
Finally,
I
some
don't wanna
truth
hurt
out of
his
you,
feelings.
Bruce.
I know. I don't
Seriously,
wanna hurt
and
his
that's the
feelings.
second time he's fucked with me. He's only been on this show,
pushing
what,
your
9
buttons.
times?
He's
And
pushing your
twice he's
buttons.
fucked with me.
I know.
You know
It's
what?
I get it though, but
If he fucks with me again,
right?
I'll be shouting out Ridley Funeral Home when I talk about him. They're at Ridley FH. See you all tomorrow, and my special guest is Royal Wood.
And your smile is fine, and it's just like mine, and it won't go away. 'Cause everything is rosy and gray. Well, I've kissed you in France, and I've kissed you in Spain. And I've kissed you in places I better not name. And I've seen the sun go down on Sacré-Cœur. But I